on, everybody? Rogers Base here with Japan Time Season 3, Episode 5. We had a little bit of a break week. Not really, though, because there were actually 2 episodes of Japan Time. There was a fake episode of Japan Time that I hosted at C2E2, and there was another fake episode of Japan Time that Zeph hosted last week. Both of them turned out pretty okay, I would actually say. But this, of course, is a real episode. We've got a pretty packed cast this week. Of course, we have the regulars. We have Shofu.
What's poppin'? It's me, your neighborhood black man.
We've got Zeph.
Hi.
We've got Coast.
What's poppin'?
We've got Mike.
Where'd he go?
Uh-oh.
Roger?
I'm here.
He's here.
I'm here. This thing just conked out on me. How's everybody doing?
What's going on? So if you guys can't recognize that voice, that is the one and only Mr. Mighty Keefe joining us as a special guest this week.
Thank you. Thank you.
We've also got special guest, kind of, not really. He's been a guest on so many episodes, we can't even count anymore. That's McDareth.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's 2018. I'm African American. Stop asking me, okay?
What?
Oh my God.
You don't need to say that. What's the problem? No.
Look, I used to not care, but then it's like, even on a YouTube video like today, I saw it again. It's like, you know what? It's no more.
What do you mean? Who is
he got
man?
asked. Yeah, he got asked.
I'm tired of it. Oh,
Wait,
man.
I missed what happened, though. What happened?
McDareth
Some
is a
dude
well-spoken black man. He doesn't talk like a damn coon, so they assume he's white. All right.
Oh, my God.
What kind of shit is that?
That's crazy.
That's racist as
crazy.
hell.
So joining us, by the way, okay,
Same.
sorry, I was going to introduce you.
You know what?
Whoa.
I was going to introduce Viram as our resident racist, but I guess
What?
he ended up talking
What?
about
What?
What is going on?
Oh my
Roger's
God.
one of them.
What has happened?
And
Resident racist.
so that's Viram. And also joining us again
Crazy.
this week,
But why is he racist?
I think for the first time this season, we've got Ultranick24.
Hello, how's it going?
You
Hey,
haven't been
man.
on since like the first episode of season 2, I think. It's been
I
a minute.
know, it's been that long.
Either
Okay,
way, we're
but
happy
why
to
is
have
he
you back.
Yeah.
racist?
So
wanna
there's a
know.
lot of news. We have a lot of news to catch up on this week. We have a lot
Hold
of
on.
First
Hold
thing we
on.
gotta talk about.
No, first thing
First
I'll talk
thing-
about is why Doom is a resident racist.
No, I mean there's nothing to talk about there. It was a funny little segue.
That's not
Apparently-
funny.
Why?
I thought it was funny.
Racist
Chat,
for
if you think
Roger.
it was funny, oh my God.
Nah, I'm being falsely accused. That's
You are.
crazy.
We love you. We love you, Viram. Don't worry about it. But all right, so let's get started. The first thing we got to talk about is that rumor that some invitational invites have gone out. This was brought up initially on one of Etika's streams, I think like a week ago. He mentioned that he knows a couple people who are coming in. Then he uploaded a video, I think 2 days ago, saying once again that he knows some of the people who are in the invitational. Are any of you shocked by this?
He's
That some of the invites are already going
lying.
out?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
believe
know.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
first of all, I'm sure they got who they want already at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
maybe
sure.
they,
At this
or,
point,
and,
yeah.
and if they don't, they have who they want in mind. Maybe they don't. Who knows? But Etika? Nah, come on now. We're not falling for this again, are we?
No.
I mean, I have a pretty strong feeling that certain people know that they're going.
Well, obviously.
I'll say that. Yeah, I think there's certain people like Zero's probably a lock, and I think Nairo's probably a lock. There's a couple other big locks. Hungry Box is probably a lock because he needs to do his rematch with Reggie. Beyond that, I don't know. I mean, we kind of speculated about this a couple weeks ago, so I don't think we really need to focus on it. There's a lot of stuff to catch up on, but unless you guys have something to say about it. Keith, you actually weren't here, and Dominic, you weren't here either. So if you guys want to give sort of your thoughts on who you want to see in the Invitational, go right ahead.
As in what players? Trying to think of who wouldn't make it that I would really like to see. I'd like to see my boy Light in it. He's really good with Fox, and I don't know if he's like a sure-in thing, but I really like the way he's been using that character recently, and I like his pretty much overall playstyle. He was at the summit for Smash 4, and so that's pretty much of a big deal. So if he's not already guaranteed, I'd like to see him in it.
Right on. Dominic?
See, like, in terms of, like, players, actually, like, I would say Nairo would probably make it in, like, as just, like, a main person, I guess. That's about it. That's all I can see though. I don't know who else they will actually have in mind.
I just imagine they just invite Nairo. It's just Nairo on a stage by himself.
That'd be funny.
That would actually be pretty funny. But all right, so we're gonna move on from this because there really is a lot to talk about. Speaking of things to talk about, very first thing I wanted to bring up this week because it's been a while since the last time we had one of these. Boys, leak season
That shit is
has
trash.
officially begun.
Tired of this.
Disgusting.
I'm tired of people making bad mods and trying to use them as leaks. I'm
That shit
tired of this.
Why does Springman
Garbage.
blatantly have Little Max back air?
And it's always
Yeah.
recorded. It's always recorded with some dick ass camera.
And they always show the controller. Like,
The
okay,
leaker,
guys,
the leaker
this is
cameras are
real.
always cameras from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm saying
So
if you're
in
gonna
case-
leak the thing, just leak it. Like, come on, though.
In case you guys don't know what we're talking about, there was a quote-unquote leak that happened last week of Super Smash Bros. For Switch. There was a brief little video that was shown of Springman versus Decidueye in what appears to be an ARMS-related stage, like whatever it's called, the ARMS Arena, the main Springman arena from the game. And there were also some extra screenshots from the same leaker of Mario with Cappy on his hat versus the Ice Climbers on the Yoshi's Island Brawl stage. There's a lot of stuff that I think kind of debunks this leak. The shadows that are kind of like they dissipate when the characters jump,
garbage
and that
animation.
doesn't happen.
Yeah.
The animations, yeah, the Springman animations are
Springman
not
looks
good.
like he's dying.
That's what ARMS
The
looks
hell was
like, though. What do you mean?
Decidueye.
Yeah.
idol
Perfect representation.
animation.
So ARMS doesn't look like that now.
I
There
didn't
was
see the
pic-
Ice
wasn't
Climbers one.
Yeah,
That's
there's
great.
pictures of the Ice Climbers and Mario with Cappy, but like Mario was 500 times bigger than the platform on Yoshi's Island,
Wait, where's the
and
picture?
the Ice Climber didn't have a shadow.
I think I saw that one.
I'll go look for it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I saw the one with Springman and
Yeah.
Yeah, that look
Yeah,
real to
that's
me.
Decidueye.
Yeah, no, there was one with like Mario with Cappy and like the Ice Climbers, and like Mario
Yeah, I
looked
found
way
it.
bigger than the Ice Climbers.
Hey, look how fucking giant they made. Wait, what chat am I in? Okay, here I am. Look, Ice Climber has
Yeah,
no
look at
shadow.
that. Yeah,
Mario's a giant,
Okay, how you know he didn't need a super mushroom, man?
because then he would be even bigger.
Nah. How you know he's not even smaller than that? You know what I'm
What?
saying?
Stop.
How you know the
Why
Ice
the
Why are the
Climbers
Ice
ain't got
shadows of
model-
the ice? Why are the
Ice Climbers-
shadows of the ice climbers?
Yeah, they're gone.
They're
And
gone.
the Ice Climbers
Right.
model.
No,
is-
they're on
They're
the
in the,
stage.
they're in the
but there's-
background. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so
Yeah,
bad.
that's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Somebody brought this up though. I think it was Artsy Omni who did a video on this, sort of debunking the leak. That the shadows they dissipate when the characters jump too high, and that
No,
doesn't
it's-
happen
it's
in
not
any
even-
Smash Brothers game.
That's
ever.
terrible.
It's not
So
even
it's
that,
like-
but in the Mario picture, the shadows they have two different light sources, which makes no sense at all.
Mm.
So is this based off of a mod, or is this just something that like somebody rendered
It's
out
a mod.
buyers? Okay.
Every
Yeah,
like
so
you can
somebody
edit
just-
anything you can like imagine in Smash 4 now. So these leaks take no effort. Or not even these rumors take no effort
Yeah.
to set up.
I did think it was kind of weird that they used the GameCube controller setup for the pause screen too.
Yeah.
Because even the controller in the video, it's like if this was an early copy of the game, I don't think they'd be using GameCube controllers. I feel like it would be like Joy-Cons or something, or they'd be using a Pro controller, or that would be the setup.
I don't know why they even did this so early. Like no one has the game in fucking April.
How you know?
Just stop.
Shofu's got a copy.
He's playing it right now.
Yeah, dude, I'm playing as
Yeah.
Daisy right now, man.
Oh shit, she's added clean.
Daisy.
Nice.
hmm
I don't like Daisy.
Yeah, that shit that leak mod rumor is trash.
Oh my God. That is
While
awful.
we're on the topic of it, though, do you think we've talked about this a lot of the show, but we should bring it up again since we're talking about these characters? Ice Climbers, Decidueye, Springman.
Ice
likelihood of
Climbers
them
and
entering.
Springman, yeah.
So Decidueye, no.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
I feel I'm feeling Decidueye.
I don't know.
Decision was a possibility.
The bird isn't popular to begin with. I don't even know how it got into Pokemon.
Decidueye's not gonna be in there. Y'all tripping?
No, because okay, I think I said this on either an actual episode of Japan Time or my stupid one. Incineroar is Masuda's favorite Pokemon in that generation. He's based off of Tiger Mask, which is incredibly popular. Not Tiger, something like that in Japan. Which
It is
incredibly
well. It's
popular.
kind of popular because it got a new anime, even though it's like 40
Yeah.
years old.
And he's gonna be I'm pretty sure he's going to be Ash's fully evolved starter in the anime.
I could see that.
And-
You don't think Rowlet's gonna evolve?
Well, it might, but I don't think it'll be the final form.
Mm.
And on top of all of that, I don't think Sakurai gets to choose what Pokemon he wants. Pokemon Company goes to him and says, okay, this is what you can use. And Masuda's favorite Pokemon of Gen 7 being Incineroar holds the most weight over like everything ever.
Did he pick Greninja?
Yeah, I was
No,
saying.
he made Greninja. He helped make Greninja with what's his name? It's one of the Pokemon developers.
Oh, that
I
explains
could
a
have
lot.
sworn. I could have sworn there was like an article that he went to go see the new Pokemon and.
I'm pretty sure he like
Yeah.
Yeah,
He saw
yeah.
Greninja and like picked it because he thought it looked the one they could use the
Yeah.
most for
yeah,
Smash.
and he pretty much designed its moves and stuff. That's what I meant.
Yeah, because it comes down to the exact same situation though. This generation, I kind of feel like Sakurai would choose Decidueye if only for the fact that we don't really have a grass starter in the game. We already have a fire starter and a water starter.
I don't think
Why,
that matters.
That logic has never mattered a
Yeah.
single time for anything. Why do people keep saying that? People say that for Pokken. Put a
We
rock
had a
Pokemon
grass
in
starter
there.
Pokemon. We had a grass Pokemon in Brawl.
Yeah, we had Ivysaur,
And
but
that's one of
Ivysaur's
the-
not in the game anymore.
That's one of the only unique Pokemon movesets, or not interesting, but she's dead now. So
Oops.
I don't think that means anything. If it mattered so much to have equal typing, like representation across Smash, Ivysaur wouldn't have died.
I don't know. I feel like they would have replaced Ivysaur with Sceptile or something if that was the case.
I really don't think typing matters.
Yeah,
ever.
I don't think it matters. It's just
All right.
marketability of a Pokemon,
Yeah. Pokemon
which is
popular,
why
go ahead and put
Greninja
them-
was picked.
I also don't think full evolutions really matter either.
It depends on like, I don't know, because look at Rowlet and all those things. Like Rowlet is a perfect Pokeball Pokemon. How the fuck you gonna make Primarina fight? You gonna flop around? Nice, dude.
What do you mean? She gets served.
No. That's it.
That's clean. she uses her voice, dude. She can sit across the
She can
damn
sing.
screen and scream at you.
I
So
don't know. I just can't see
We give him puffs up beats when
She
another
can shoot
Pokemon.
bubbles at you, and man,
Animating
you gotta
that
use your
shit.
imagination, bro.
I don't know, man.
Animating, bro. Come on, who are you talking about right now?
It would just look so stupid.
Who are you talking about right now? Sakurai would always get the job done, all right? At this point, Smash 4 look kind of clean sometimes.
I'm seeing Elfushigi in the chat just said it's going to be an unreleased Pokemon
No.
from the new Pokemon Switch game. I don't think that's the case either.
False.
I think it's too late in development. If they're going to
Why-
do that, I could see them adding it as like a DLC character.
Yeah, that's
Because
exactly
they ended
what
up
it's
adding
gonna
Mewtwo as DLC, but I think Mewtwo's going to be like on disc this time. I don't
Unless
think that's
Fire
gonna be
Emblem,
DLC.
unless Fire Emblem comes out before Smash, I think the new Fire Emblem character will also be DLC.
Yeah, I agree with that. The more I think about it, and the more we've discussed it on the show, I do kind of feel like Springman and Rex and Pyra might be saved for DLC too. Because I think they seem like locks for characters, but because those games are so new, they might not end up putting them into the game. Because I think Sonic was added last minute.
Yeah.
Sonic, he hasn't really added somebody last minute. He usually goes through the design documents. And I think the new characters might be based off of the fighter ballot, sort of like what we talked about 2 episodes ago. And maybe not necessarily, from new games. And we'll end up seeing those new characters from new games later on down the line.
I don't think ARMS is too new of a release to be considered. And I don't really think comparing Sonic as a late entry when these newer IPs are like just introduced, whereas Sonic was like just an idea that was put into place late into development. I still see Springman as
Yeah.
a
Yeah, 'cause
possibility.
I remember Mr. Ibuki said that he said he feels like Springman's like too early to be in Smash or something like that, or like too new to be in Smash.
Yeah, we talked about that. How Smash
Okay.
is always a generation behind.
Yeah.
Also, I looked up the Sakurai Greninja stuff, and what it was for example, Greninja, before his name was even decided, I received several illustrations. So they gave Sakurai the pictures of Greninja, and then he made moves and stuff based off of them, and that's what happened. So I'm pretty sure the Pokemon Company's opinion on what gets in comes first.
So here's my thing with the whole, somebody's new and so they shouldn't be in Smash, because wasn't Corn didn't even come out yet.
I didn't
right?
even know
Corn
who
was
it
always
was.
putting-
Yeah,
I had no idea
they
what
only
that
save
was.
slots for Fire Emblem.
You also
Exactly.
had in Melee. You also had Roy. Roy
Yeah.
had Roy's game hadn't even been released in Japan before Melee had come out.
Oh yeah,
Right?
you're right.
So they've done it before, so I don't think
Yeah,
we should rule it
I
out.
really don't think
because
that
of
matters because they can literally make a character popular in Smash and then their game will probably sell a lot anyway.
Mhm.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
happened
I think
before.
the only reason I wouldn't think that for the Pokemon characters is because there's so many Pokemon already. Like I think for Fire Emblem, yeah, there already are a lot of Fire Emblem characters, but it's sort of become like a norm of the series to add a character from an unreleased game from that. Whereas like the Pokemon characters have always been either a generation behind or have been from like Gen 1. We have so many Pokemon from the original generation that are already in the game. I
A
mean,
whole bunch of Pokemon could stand to be cut too. Like
yeah.
Jigglypuff could stand to be
Get
cut.
Jigglypuff
Lucario, Greninja, all three of
Wait.
those could just go.
What's wrong with Jigglypuff?
It's
Shut
fucking
up.
stupid. It's
Many
everything.
things are wrong with that fucking trash.
Iconic characters.
literally
with
only
That's-
stories
That's
that
the
because of
only
the
worth
engine.
it has at this point, just
That's a
because it's been there
veteran,
from the
though.
beginning. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's.
I
that's
don't
what
see
I'm
them
saying.
cutting
Yeah.
Jigglypuff because it was there from the
No.
beginning.
But if
Mhm.
Sakurai wanted to cut it, he said like in Brawl, Jigglypuff was close. Then I don't think that whole original roster matters.
I mean, you could cut
Of course it
Lucario, you could cut Greninja, you could cut Jigglypuff,
Oh, wait.
and then you could just have Pikachu, Mewtwo, and Lickitung, and we'd be
Okay,
good.
was Jigglypuff in the trailer?
I like that Shofu
And
just
what
went
round?
completely past my Lickitung statement. He like didn't even acknowledge it at all. He just
What's the
So,
trailer?
so was Jigglypuff in the reveal trailer
Oh, I heard it.
For what?
for Smash 5?
What?
Smash Switch.
No. No,
And there-
Kirby
and there
was.
It is. And there it is.
That was the little orb.
And there it is. Jigglypuff is gone. Get him out of here, finally.
But that's always a secret character, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I know.
I
Fuck.
just want to say though, with cuts and things like that, because I remember like from Smash 4, or sorry, Brawl to Smash 4, everyone's like, oh, Ike's gonna get cut. They cut Roy, so they're gonna cut Ike. It's like, but Ike has a like completely his own moveset. Why
Yeah.
would they get rid of him? So it's kind of the same thing with those characters.
Look,
Like,
can we just start with the logic, all right? They don't care about what we think. They're not gonna not cut somebody because they have an original moveset. They don't give a fuck, man. They clearly don't. They don't
I
care.
mean, if
They're
we
gonna
go
put,
by the facts though, so
Nah.
far, unless
right.
there's
The
been an
only
outside
the only
reason, they
character
haven't
with
done
a
that.
they about to
the
cut
only
every
character with an
goddamn
original
character.
moveset that they cut was Snake, right? That's the only
Yeah,
Ivysaur?
and the Pokemon trainer
Ice
character.
and
Climbers?
Ice climbers.
Mewtwo.
Well, yeah, without
yeah,
an
I guess that's
outside
true.
reason. So Pokemon trainer, they wanted to get rid of every single transformation. Got rid of
Right.
them. So
Okay,
Ice was
but
put
for
on
all we
there.
know, look, Sakura
Snake
is very
is because Konami, and then Ice Climbers because 3DS. So there's a reason all those characters were gone.
What about
Okay.
Mewtwo to Brawl?
Yeah, Mewtwo's the biggest one because they did replace Mewtwo. They basically replaced him with Lucario, and then brought him back since they are not the same. So that's the biggest one.
Well,
All
that
I'm
just
saying
means
is-
the new roster is just gonna be Mario and Luigi.
Well, we already know
At this
Mario.
point-
We know Mario, Link, and Inklings at this point. They're the only three we know. We
Nah,
don't even know
Inkling's
Luigi
not
at
in the
this
game.
point.
It's just Mario and Luigi.
Luigi dressed as an Inkling.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it could be that. It could be that. Man, I really hope they don't cut Mewtwo though. Mewtwo's
Yeah,
like
same.
the one Pokemon beyond Pikachu that I hope
I
they
don't want any
Because
character to get cut.
Mewtwo's like, I know I don't want any character to get cut
Yeah.
either, but I think Mewtwo of the Pokemon that are in the game right now is the one that I think is probably the most balanced. I think Pikachu and Mewtwo are really like solid characters in their own right that don't really need to be adjusted all that
Yeah,
much for the next
Mewtwo
game.
is, yeah. But when Mewtwo came out, he was pretty bad, but they buffed him in a good way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't know.
Since
It's
we're on the
weird.
topic of Pokemon, I'm actually going to skip what was next on the show notes and go right into some other Pokemon news because
Okay.
some stuff just recently was posted on my Nintendo News, and some other stuff has sort of been floating around YouTube. So, if any of you guys subscribe to Pokemon YouTubers, you probably saw floods of videos in your sub boxes of Generation 8 confirmed
I didn't
via
even make
a
one.
magazine article about the next Pokemon game coming to Switch. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not going to take some random magazine saying Generation 8 is coming as fact. But at the same time, I still feel like Generation 8 will probably be on Switch because of what Ishihara said all the way back during... or Ishihara is, yeah, the name of the guy who runs the Pokemon Company, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. The president of the Pokemon Company, when he announced during E3 last year that Pokemon was coming to Switch, I think it was pretty much confirmed there that we're going to get the next generation on the console. Plus, the Switch is successful. But what do you guys think about this? Do you think this magazine article basically confirms
No.
Generation 8 is
Dude.
coming?
I don't think the
They
article
basically
confirms
they said it themselves
Yeah.
anyways, didn't they?
It said the next
basically said it
mainline
themselves.
game.
Well, the next mainline game could also be a remake. It doesn't matter.
Wasn't this also just confirmed to be a rumor?
Mainline games are
Yeah.
yeah, but mainline games just mean like core Pokemon series, like Fire Red and Heart Gold count as mainline games,
Isn't-
but
isn't
Pokemon Coliseum
Colosseum-
and stuff
yeah.
don't. Those don't count. I'm still on the train of it not being Gen 8 yet, but I don't know. It could be whatever. It could be anything. I can't predict Pokemon.
So in order for it not to be Gen 8, it couldn't really be a mainline game. Because every time we've had a console switch for a mainline game, it's always been new generation, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're also doing things completely differently on the Switch, so that's why I'm not confident in anything.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, that when it does come out, that it's not going to be Generation 8. It's just going to be something, I don't know, completely different.
I hope it's Generation 8, but I at this point I don't even pay attention unless it
Because
comes from
they come
a
out-
reliable source.
Yeah, they come out with a new generation of Pokemon every 4 years, about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, about every 4
something
years.
like
And Sun came out in 2016, so it's not gonna. I really, really doubt it's gonna be another generation so early. But you never know.
I hope it is. Sun and
Well, the
Moon,
one
some
thing that
ass.
hasn't been unconfirmed yet, that's sort of floated around the internet and nobody's really been able to give a concrete answer on it, are those screenshots of a trainer on the back of Lapras with
Oh,
an
come
Eevee
on.
on their head.
Don't do
I-
this
well,
to me.
I want to bring it up because that's one thing that I haven't really seen deconfirmed anywhere in terms of Pokemon rumors, and obviously, like, we're gonna find out about Pokemon sooner rather than later at this point. Like, if not before E3, then at E3. And Pokemon Company normally does their own thing, but it seems very likely that we're gonna get Pokemon news very soon. And if that's the case, I wouldn't be surprised if there were leaked screenshots out there of the game. I'm not saying I necessarily believe that screenshot, and I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Hopefully I
know.
could find
Yeah,
a picture.
wasn't that just
It's
from
shit.
Sun and Moon?
No, see what it is it looks. They tried very hard to make it look like its own thing. I think what they were doing is piggybacking off of a Chinese rumor saying the graphics for Pokemon Switch will be very underwhelming. So it looks like a 3DS game, but something that's
There's no
really
way.
easy to do is edit maps in Blender. Like you can dump all the files off of Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun or Omega Ruby and just edit them. It's not as hard as people think. I don't think that picture is real at all. But I don't know.
Do you have the picture? I haven't seen that
before.
yet.
I wonder if that guy deleted it because
So I think the guy deleted it, but I could pull it up really quick because I know.
go for it. That dude
yeah.
deleted that shit because everyone was
Yeah.
calling him fucking stupid.
Hold on one second. I think the guy from that NeoGaf mod or something like reposted it with a
Yeah.
meme. Let me.
The
let me
original
pull it
was
up.
Pixelpar or some shit.
So yeah, that Pixelpar guy
I've
said
fucking
that
found it.
by the 30-day mark from when he initially made the tweet that like we're gonna get news, if Pokemon wasn't announced by that, playing every other tweet that he makes, which is kind of weird to like promise that you're gonna draw every single tweet. So I feel like I don't know, he must have known something or at least thought that he knew something. But hold, let me pull this up. I want to try to find this tweet for you guys. While we're doing that, though, let me very quickly pull up this My Nintendo News article that just came out about the rumor that the Pokemon trading card game online might be coming to Switch. So basically, the newest terms of service for the Pokemon trading card game online has an interesting tidbit that was recently discovered on Resetera. The terms mention that certain features in the service may require you to register certain information and use Nintendo hardware and software or the Nintendo network to participate in certain features of the service. It says, as of the article's writing, the game has yet to be ported to any Nintendo hardware, so while most of this is speculation, nothing's more official announcement is made, we'll let you know. But, I mean, I can't see them porting Pokemon Trading Card Game Online to any other system than the Switch. So, I feel like, yeah, if they're saying in the terms of service that they're going to bring it to a Nintendo hardware, that seems like the system they would bring it to. Does anybody here play the Pokemon Trading Card Game? Does
No.
anybody care?
I used to.
I dabble.
Long time ago.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'd rather
I've-
play Yu-Gi-Oh 100 times
Ooh.
over.
Binders filled with Pokemon cards that I've never used.
I still have a Greninja deck,
And
but
the
Greninja, he's kind of trash right now, unfortunately.
Also, I just found the tweets with the image that we're talking about in it.
Yeah, look at that shit.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
what the hell? That's garbage.
It looks like Oris to me.
It's not
It looks
because
like
the water. The water is Sun and Moon, and Oris is it's more grid based. In Sun and Moon, you could do a full like 360 spin. In Oris, you're still on a grid like old Pokemon games, and as you can see, things aren't grid based here. But this is that I don't. If this is real, I'll be totally disappointed because I'm fine with the graphics not being the best thing ever, but this is literally a 3DS game.
Why do they always gotta take the shitty picture on their Nokia flip phone, man?
Yeah, and they also gotta hold it to the side.
Yeah, have it tilted a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I'd like to get Pokemon following you again. I think that'd be cool. And that's sort of like what the EV on top of the trainer's head implies. That'd be cool to have that feature back again. But yeah, graphically, I hope it's something better looking than this. This really does look just like an up-res 3DS game, which is not what I expect from the first console Pokemon game. Again, it doesn't have to be amazing, but they can make it really simple. Like, Star Allies is beautiful. I've been playing through a lot of Kirby Star Allies, and that's a very simple art style, but the game looks gorgeous, and I could see them doing something similar for Pokemon, hopefully.
Yeah, I agree. That does not look good at all.
No.
That is terrible.
This is on par with the Springman leak rumor.
Bro, there's no way. There's no way anybody thought this was real.
No.
I mean, there are a lot of people, though, who fell for this when it was first posted, unfortunately.
Yeah, because there's a lot of fucking stupid people on Twitter.
Well,
and pretty much every Pokemon fan.
The PokeTubers straight up, like, I don't make videos on things that are obviously fake or things that haven't been confirmed by Pokemon themselves. Yeah. This is, I couldn't even feel good making a video about this.
Feel dirty as hell.
I mean, there's a lot of people who made videos on that magazine article too, so who knows?
That magazine article thing is also like I don't think there's been a confirmation that that's from a magazine.
Like that could be a fake magazine.
Yeah. Well, and also the magazine, the name that they're using for that magazine is a magazine that has gotten many things wrong before, and it's just a shitty translation. So I wouldn't take a magazine that isn't in English or Japanese.
Is that is that like an official Nintendo magazine?
I don't know what the fuck it is. It's in I think it's in Spanish.
Yeah, it's a magazine from Spain.
Yeah, fuck that. If it's not in Japanese first, it's not real.
All right.
If it's not an official one, then I wouldn't.
I was gonna say there were some things that were announced in the US first.
But it doesn't have to be Japanese. There's still official.
I'm just saying if it's not like.
If it's not an official magazine.
Yeah, and those are usually given out in Japan first, Koro Koro. That's where we get all our shit from.
Yeah.
People getting Koro Koro off the back of trucks a couple weeks early. Never ever.
Okay.
I was like, is anybody gonna say anything? I was expecting a response, and the coach just kind of backed off. Like, all right, it's fine. Okay. So let's move on to another series that's never been known for having great graphics, but is now rumored to be coming to the Switch. No huge surprise. There have been some hints on the official Animal Crossing website of placeholder trailers and some reworked code that an Animal Crossing game announcement is imminent. I am incredibly excited about this. Animal Crossing is my favorite series. I have been waiting for Animal Crossing to come to Switch. This, I'd say, of all the rumors that we've talked about so far, is the most believable to me. Because it's an official Animal Crossing website. Trailers were taken down. The code has been reworked. It's clear that they're doing something to it, and they wouldn't be working on the Animal Crossing website to update us on anything regarding New Leaf or maybe even Pocket Camp, because this isn't the website for the mobile game. This is the website for the actual console games, like the mainline Animal Crossing games. So, what do you guys think?
This is going to be the first thing we talk about this episode that isn't going to piss me off, so I'm ready.
This is like, I don't even get how this happened. This is so unprofessional in terms of like actually fixing the website, because you would never do this on a live, like, especially since it's a Nintendo website. But I'm surprised they actually put like live tests, and now we see what it is now.
Yeah,
it's a little weird.
I don't care. I'm just glad that means something's coming.
Yeah.
It just seems like E3 is going to be absolutely stacked for them.
Yeah.
Because we know Fire Emblem's going to get announced. We know about Metroid Prime 4 already. We might get a trailer. We know Smash Brothers is going to be their big push. We now are pretty certain that we're going to get an Animal Crossing game. And it also seems pretty likely we're going to see something Pokemon related. So Pokemon, Animal Crossing, Smash Brothers, Metroid, and Fire Emblem. That's about as big as you can get.
Yeah, that's
This is about to be Nintendo's biggest E3.
okay. I don't know about that.
One of, at least. One of.
Okay.
Yeah. I can at least say that I'm more excited for this year's E3 than I have been since, I think, the 3DS year. The first 3DS year. Like,
Yeah.
It was cool to see Breath of the Wild, and it was cool to have, like, the Wii U Splatoon year, and even the Mario Odyssey one last year was kind of fun, but the gravitas and having all of these announcements, these big announcements that we really don't know anything about, all sort of thrown on us in one location, it's going to be pretty exciting. And for Smash to headline all of that, I don't know, it just seems like it's going to be an awesome show.
No more God of War trailers either.
When was what year was Twilight Princess E3?
2004?
Yeah, I think
was
that was the biggest one for Nintendo. They had people flooding in from outside.
Yeah.
God damn.
Nothing will ever top that one.
But
Well,
even
maybe.
then, Twilight Princess wasn't playable at that E3.
Yeah, people
Twilight
lost
Princess
their
was
fucking
there.
minds, though.
Yeah, they lost their minds during the press conference, but like the year where people were flooding the booth to play it was 2005.
Okay, maybe that one then.
Yeah.
That's the one where Miyamoto came out with the Sword and Shield, and he's
Yeah.
like,
Right,
Mhm.
right.
I don't think Nintendo will have big E3s
Iconic.
unless they have like an actual thing where they're on the stage.
yeah.
Well, I mean, they kind of have been doing that the past couple of years with the World Championships, and then now this year with the Invitational. They did it also with the Invitational for Smash 4. So, I mean, they've done stage-related things, but I do agree that, like, I think to get back the feeling of winning E3, they need to do another live press conference.
Yeah.
I mean, they might still do that. Trinan said that they still have a lot of E3 plans to reveal, and I
This
think
month.
the 11th. Yeah, this month we'll end up finding out something. So
And
who knows? Maybe they'll end up doing a live press conference. Yeah, I kind of miss the live press conferences too. I'd like
do too.
another one again.
Nintendo's the
I
perfect
don't-
company for it. They have actual
They
personality.
ooze, yeah, they ooze personality, man.
They don't have
Their last one was pretty bad though.
well, yeah, that shit was horrible. But
The Nintendo led one?
that was also during an era that I don't like. I think Switch
Excited
Switch
for the
Nintendo could pull it
Heart
off.
Sensor. We're gonna pick that up day one.
Yeah.
The vitality sensor.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Switch one.
No. I'm not. I'm talking about that. Well, the Switch one was basically Wii U era.
Wait,
This
wait,
is-
but I liked you talking about like the Switch one that happened in January last year.
Yeah, you talking about
Yeah.
that? Yeah, that I
That
don't.
was awesome. What?
I thought that was pretty good. Other than
I thought that was great. Yeah.
the translator sweating more than anything imaginable.
But I mean, I ultimately thought that was a pretty good press conference because they announced like the HD Rumble stuff. They showed off Mario
Yeah,
Odyssey for the first
it
time,
was
Splatoon
okay.
2 for the first time, the big Breath of the Wild trailer.
Oh,
The
yeah,
guy
that
from
was good.
Pseudo walked on stage and
Mhm.
said, "Hey, we're making No More Heroes." They
Yeah,
showed
the last
Shinigami
hour-
Tensei. They showed Xenoblade. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Arms
The
for the
last
first time were
hour
shown
of
off
it
there.
It was just
it was only an
third
hour
parties coming
long,
out
though.
saying we're making games and then leaving.
I thought the whole thing was only an hour long, though.
Was it?
Yeah,
I
it
thought it was
wasn't
a
a
couple
pretty.
hours.
Yeah, I don't
wasn't
think it was that
of a press
long at all.
conference.
Yeah. And I think that it was pretty good. And if they did a live thing this year with all these games, it would be fucking crazy.
Yeah. I mean, just the idea of having Pokemon, Metroid, and Smash in the same year,
Yeah.
along with stuff like Fire Emblem, is huge.
Yeah, it's insane.
And Animal Crossing. I'm kind of worried for Animal Crossing because I feel like the hype might be overshadowed by all the other games that are going to be there.
Well, there's always the thing that I didn't even know was said that Mike brought up a while ago. What did he say? I asked you this before, Mike. Kimishima about E3.
What'd I say?
You said Kimishima had plans for E3 that involved a sort of type of game. I don't know what it was though.
Oh, early this year, I think in January, he mentioned that this year they're gonna have a focus on less familiar IP.
Yeah.
Less familiar. I mean, if we get an Advance Wars, then I'll lose my mind. That's the only way to make it a better year than we have now is if they announce Advance
Yeah,
Wars.
that's why I think Animal Crossing will be safe. I don't think they'll completely blow their load at E3, but they'll announce a good chunk of stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'm not expecting to see Metroid Prime 4 footage and a release date or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
You don't think we're getting a trailer? I
I
think
don't
we're
expect
getting
We're
a
gonna
to see
see. I think we're getting a CG trailer.
I don't think we're gonna see anything Metroid Prime at E3.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I'm gonna make a prediction right now and come back to this in 2 months. I'm gonna make this prediction, and you guys will be able to say Prophet Roger was right. This is my prediction. We're gonna see a trailer at E3 with Samus. Samus is gonna walk out, and then she's gonna be fighting Ridley. And you're gonna be like, "Whoa, this Metroid Prime 4 trailer is amazing. This looks so good."
Do this. I know. Don't.
So we're gonna
do
have
this.
Smash. We're
I
gonna
think I
have
know.
Shut up.
Ridley,
Stop,
and they'll fight
stop.
each other. And then what's gonna end up happening is right as Ridley's about to do the final blow on
God
Samus,
damn it.
I know
a
where
whip
this is coming.
gets brought around Ridley's neck.
Isaac
Ridley goes
comes in
flying
and
backwards.
smash.
Simon
Smash.
Belmont gets revealed,
God.
and we see
Ah,
Samus
damn
and
it.
Simon Belmont with the Smash Brothers logo. Boom.
God.
E3 this year.
God.
Why
damn
Simon
it.
Belmont?
The greatest timeline. I
God.
like it.
That was that
Damn
had to be
it.
literally just the first curveball thought you could think of as you were creating this BS story.
God damn it.
Ridley and Simon Belmont at E3. You heard it here first, people.
Yeah, all right. Nah, I think that'll happen. I really do.
They heard it here first because that's the only place you're gonna hear it from.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I really do think though we're gonna get a Metroid trailer because the thing is we already know about Mario and Link and like the silhouettes of the other characters were seen briefly in the background of the first trailer, but I think they're gonna do something similar to what they did with Smash 4, where they're sort of gonna hype up the veterans as much as the new characters, sort of like where we got Captain Falcon in the Fire Emblem trailer. I could see them doing something really, really similar with Metroid at E3 as sort of a fake out, because then people will expect a Metroid Prime 4 trailer, and then it ends up being a Smash trailer, either like another character comes in or whatever. You see the Smash logo in the sky or Ridley's there or whatever. But I think of all the franchises that they have that could potentially be revealed there, that they could maybe do another fake out trailer for, Metroid seems like the safest bet. Because like you guys said, Metroid's really far out at this point still. And there's a lot of people who expect it because it was announced at last year's show. Whereas Fire Emblem and Animal Crossing and that kind of stuff, I mean, maybe they would do like tie-in Smash trailers and fake out trailers, but I don't know. I really feel like Metroid is going to be the one. Again, come back to this in 2 months, but I really think there's going to be a fake out Metroid trailer at E3.
I'll put $20 down that it was.
I'll put $20 right now. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll put
I got
20
50.
PayPal
What's
dollars
up?
down right now. I'll do 20. I'm not doing 50.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No confidence.
Crazy.
No
Not
confidence.
too rich for my blood.
I'm saying.
Fat 20 American dollars.
Okay.
Got here.
You're not
Okay, if
gonna
you're
give her
betting
20
20,
Canadian.
yeah, if you're betting, bro, 20 Canadian is like $3 here. Like you're tripping.
Exactly. I'm making a profit.
That's crazy. No, y'all bet the same currency.
I was gonna say
So
Aura
nice.
Aura Knight
Nice
95
£1.
in the chat. Aura Knight 95 in the chat just said, yeah, I could see them doing the Smash Brothers ball reflection in Samus's visor. I could definitely see that happening. I agree.
I hope
So,
they don't make that like the thing where everyone
Yeah,
just
I
looks-
really don't want that to fucking. I hate it.
Why? What's
It's
wrong
so
with it?
corny. It'll after the first one, it'll just be corny. I'm not
I
trying
mean-
to have people look up in the sun randomly and then, oh man, Smash Bros.
It's unnecessary after the first one because the
Yeah.
first one was like it was the shock reveal of Smash Bros
Yeah.
itself,
Yeah.
whereas for everything else you're revealing something within the context of Smash Bros.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we're gonna end up seeing the classic shing come back, or do you think that's gone now?
I want it to be new.
Yeah, it's a new game.
It'll come down like the Switch logo, and that'll be the worstest timeline.
It'll be a snap, and you see the 4 quarters of the
Smash ball?
Smash logo come in.
Yeah.
That would actually be kind of funny.
That'd be insane. Do you guys think they're gonna release new characters before E3, like or just like 1 or 2?
I'm
Well, just
expecting
one,
footage.
basically?
I'm expecting footage before E3, just because we said before it'd be super fucking weird to go from teaser to tournament
Yeah.
and no in
Yeah.
between.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering when that would happen because we're
Yeah,
already
'cause it's-
halfway through April.
Exactly.
And it would be weird for them to do a full Nintendo Direct in May and then have another giant one in June for E3.
We could still
Like,
get one this month.
Maybe, but when though?
I think we could get
Alright.
another direct like last year where they did Arms Direct, but then they had a Splatoon trailer at the end.
Hmm.
We could get like a Mario Tennis Direct and then a Smash trailer at the end.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like if they're gonna do that, though, it'd be Pokemon, because
Yeah, that
Pokemon
too.
Company always does their own thing, and like historically, they've revealed the new Pokemon games before E3, about a week or two before.
Yeah, they can do that and then completely just not do anything for it for E3 and have some other stuff revealed.
Yeah,
again.
that's kind of what I'm thinking, because Pokemon games have never, beyond like the developer roundtables that they did a couple times. Like I know Shofu, you went to the X and Y one, and they had like the little mini Oris one too that was on Treehouse Live. They don't normally do blowouts for Pokemon games at E3. So yeah, I don't know.
So-
I like Mike's idea though that there's going to be like a standalone direct for something else, and then Smash just happens to be at the ending.
I was gonna say if they announce something in the Pokemon Direct, I'd imagine it'd be Pokemon related, and I know no one else here cares. But
Just stop it. Just stop.
there's
Why
an
does
extra
Pokemon-
space
You bring
on
it up
this.
every podcast. Nobody cared. No, I'm
Next
kidding.
year, Pokemon set.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just.
Why does Pokemon get a bad rap like that? I haven't played it
Because it's a
enough, so
very
I don't-
disappointing game for what it could have been.
Uh,
Pokemon
It-
fighting
yeah,
game, they dumbed it down so children could have fun, which makes sense because it is a Pokemon game.
mhm.
Right.
Then doesn't make sense because they run $100,000 circuits for the game.
That
Yeah, that's-
definitely makes sense. 'Cause
That's grown people money.
Pokemon in itself is a game of chance, and they still do that.
I don't know. I mean, I like Pokken. I think it's fun.
Okay, when's the
But
last time you
since
played
you're-
it?
Like a week and a half ago, I think.
He's lying.
I'm not. I was on the plane. I played it a week and a half ago because I got a download come from Nintendo. #, free game, # free product. for
Hashtag he wouldn't
Blastoise.
buy the game otherwise.
Oh no.
#, you ain't lying. So,
Jesus.
No, I like it. I genuinely like it. But yeah, I probably wouldn't have picked it up again. We'll see.
All,
Do you
all
guys-
I'm saying,
While we're on the topic of Pokken, though,
What are you
you're
saying,
here-
McDare? No, hold on, I want him to finish his thought. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
the official Pokemon Twitter, when they announced the first battle pack, they said the first battle pack. So it's that you look at the character select screen. There's a giant hole missing. They added. There's like, let me get it right. There's 4 classes of Pokemon, and they added a power, technique, and standard. So they're missing speed for one to be added, and there's a giant hole in the character select screen.
Okay, so let me ask you this: is it going to be Greninja or is it going to be the new furry Pokemon?
I hope it's the new fairy Pokemon.
It's probably that one.
That Pokemon's clean. I'll play that.
For a day.
Well, Zero Aura.
Bro, when the
Zero
Aegislash
Aura.
came out, I put Pokemon on my stream for about 30 minutes and turned it off.
Wow.
Hey, if you play Braxton, I need you to not talk with me ever again for the rest of your life.
Bless.
Go talk to DC about that. That's his favorite Pokemon.
Ooh.
He actually hates this. He thinks she's bad in Pokemon.
Okay.
Oh, really?
He's a liar.
Yeah.
But
When
DC
she's
also
one of
thought
the best.
Bayonetta wasn't very good. Pre-patched Bayonetta.
It's
No,
about
he's- no, he said
Meanwhile-
the same thing about Cloud too.
All right.
He said
Meanwhile, he
Cloud
pulled.
wasn't really good.
Meanwhile, he getting top 8 at pretty big tournaments.
Oops.
Yikes.
yeah, it's about the same because he said that, and then Tonosuke won Evo with Braxton. So
Now the crazy part is after they nerfed Bayonetta at Evo, that's I don't know which year it was. I think it was 2016. I had my Wii U and it was Japanese and it wasn't connected to the internet, so it never updated. So Bayo was still broken, and I was like, hey, because he came to my room to play, and I was like, hey, Bayo's still broken on my Wii U, man. I was like, go ahead and play. He was like, nah, that character's broken as hell.
Oh wow.
So while she wasn't broken, or while she was broken, he denied it. But after she got nerfed, he admitted it. That's how you do it, man. That's how you play the game.
Then you'll never be wrong. All right, so I think we've gone over a lot of stuff, but there's still some other stuff to talk about. Primarily our party ball discussion this week. So the main focus discussion that we're having this week is with the latest fake leak showing off an arms arena and the return of the Yoshi's Island Brawl stage. Which stages would you like to see in Smash Bros. Switch, both new and returning? And we'll go through the whole cast in Discord order. One stage that's new that you want to see added to the game, and one stage that is do you really want to see return?
All right, so me first. Any stage, any stage that doesn't have a bunch of bullshit going on. Like, I really feel like Smash 4 dropped the ball there. There was barely any stages to play on. That shit's trash. It was like 4 or 5 total. And 2 of them look the same. So I just want more stages that, you know, a person that doesn't really care about the casual side so much can enjoy.
Cool.
Should we go from Adam down now?
Yeah, Adam down now.
So one I'd want to see return is definitely Battlefield, but
Okay.
I want them to add more more flavor to it. That's not the word that I want to use,
All
but
right.
you know, make it more exciting. Just add something new
Yeah,
to
make
it.
it split in half like Midgard, dude.
No, not like that.
I think he just means visually. Like,
Yeah,
I know.
Battlefield is very kind of.
I mean,
Melee's Battlefield
Smash 4
clean.
Battlefield was pretty clean.
I don't know. It just turned from day to night,
Nah,
and I
but I'm
didn't like
saying-
how it was just
I don't know,
concrete.
like,
I do not like
Asymmetrical.
melee Battlefield. That shit is a joke.
I like how it looks, but I don't like playing on it because of the lips on the stages.
Yeah, the legends.
Nice asymmetrical stage.
The best Battlefield, like layout wise, I think is Brawls. It's just clean.
Yeah, I agree with that one. New stage I'd want to see. I don't know, something. I want to see what they do for Splatoon, but
Golden Sun. Okay.
no, there's not really anything good from that. Maybe an Odyssey stage, like New Donk City or something.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. All right, Dominic, you're next.
Okay. Probably returning. I would want this one to return just because I want to see how it will actually look in HD. Fountain of Dreams.
Yeah.
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 I don't know
would
how
love
that
to
hasn't
see
come
that.
back. I really
Yeah.
don't know how.
I'm surprised it hasn't came back. But yeah, Fountain of Dreams would be nice. In terms of new, I want to see what they do with a Breath of the Wild stage. See what they can actually do with it.
I can't even think of it. I haven't even played.
You fight on the entire map.
That'd be funny.
I really like the idea we brought up on the first episode where you're on like one of those floating octoballoon platforms where like enemies drop down and then you just sort of float through Hyrule. I thought that was a really cool concept.
But you want us to float in Smash for a solid 20 seconds?
Well, no, I mean like the
While
stage
stamina
itself.
bar goes down?
No. I don't.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
talking
Like
about
a
Delphino
Delfino Plaza
Delphino.
type thing. Exactly.
That's why you can't give Isaac fans anything.
All right, McDareth, you're up.
Okay, first off, I need that Sonic Forces stage. Okay. Okay, moving on.
Could have asked for a Sonic Mania stage, and instead you asked for a Sonic Forces.
Nah,
What's wrong with you?
I need Infinite Steam. Moving on.
So you can have that on a Sonic Mania stage.
Infinite Steam. Okay. Also, on the Splatoon stage, I want to hear Evan flow. Besides that, I really want Yoshi's Island Brawl back, like really badly. I think that stage is like really, really good, and then it was stuck on the 3DS to die. So,
yeah,
we could free Yoshi's Island Brawl.
Let's get a Sonic Riders stage. Zero gravity, if I have to be a little more specific.
Hey, shut up, man. Are you done, McDareth?
Yeah, I think I can't really name a stage without knowing more characters that are gonna be in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which area from Sonic Forces?
I'd like Metropolis.
Mike's disappointed. I can feel it.
What would you, wait,
The silence.
What would you like, Mike?
No, that's the one I was gonna pick actually.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, see, perfect. That's like
Nah.
the
We
best
gotta.
stage.
If we're gonna pick Sonic Forces, we gotta fit with the theme of Green Hill-esque stages.
Sand Hill.
We gotta have the Sand Hill. Yep.
Hot garbage.
Keith, you're up, man.
All right. So, we doing new stages first or something from the past?
Both. Doesn't matter
Okay.
what order.
All right. So, I guess for a new stage, I kind of want them to implement something like they had in Melee with, Big Blue F-Zero, where, it's kind of like you're on top of a vehicle. But I don't know how they would make that like a legal stage. Maybe just not have cars hitting you or anything like that. And I was thinking about the stage being, if the character's in the game, I really doubt he will be, but I mentioned it on my Twitter. I wanted to Wonder Red to be in there. And in Wonderful 101, there's a level where they're fighting on top of a school bus, and I think that'd be pretty cool to have that be as like the base of the entire level. But who knows how they would make that legal or anything. I think it would just be something nice to have something like that. Something to return though. Probably something like Frigate from Brawl. I don't know if you guys remember that stage.
Yeah.
But
It wasn't
basically,
like that.
yeah, because it was kind of different. It would change, but it wasn't random. Like there was a timer to when it would change. So
Right.
I think that was a pretty well designed counter pick. I don't think it can't be a neutral stage, but I think that'd be a good counter pick.
I think the only thing they have to fix is on the right side of the first transformation. You can't grab. the ledge
Yeah,
there.
yeah, they would have to fix that. Make it so that both ledges are actually you can grab onto it. But
I'm
I
glad
think
you
that'd be
brought that
dope.
stage up. Yeah, I actually really did like that stage. It was in
Yeah,
Brawl.
Frigate. Yeah.
And I think that's the only Metroid Prime specific stage that's in Smash at this point. All the other ones are either based off Super Metroid or Other M. So yeah, that's a good choice. I like that.
Yeah.
Mike?
I want the stage with Kraid to come back. I can't remember the name of it.
Brisbane.
Rinse Our Depths.
Yeah, I want that one to come back. And for a new one, I want Bowser World from 3D World.
Bowser World. What was Bowser World in 3D World?
It was the carnival.
Oh, that'd be kind
Oh,
of
that
Carnival area
one.
from 3D
Yeah.
World.
Actually, how we never had a Bowser's Castle stage.
Yeah,
So-
that's we need a Bowser
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
Well, it did exist in one game.
Yeah, Smash Flash.
Crazy.
Damn.
In terms of returning stages, actually, the one that I was going to say was already taken, which was Fountain of Dreams. So I'm actually going to choose a different Melee stage, and I'm going to go with Great Bay. I really like
that's a good
Majora's
one.
Mask. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really, really like Majora's Mask, and I'm kind of surprised that stage didn't come back for Brawl. And I would just love to see it sort of remastered with the assets from Majora's Mask 3D, because that's something that happened kind of recently, and I think they might still implement it, and like I said, maybe put some of the newer models in there. I just liked the feel of that stage. I thought it was cool. Like when the turtle came up, I liked being able to pop Tingle from the balloon. So I'd like to see that come back. And in terms of a new stage, I want a tournament legal Xenoblade stage.
Oh yes.
Because Xenoblade has such good music, and it's such a shame that there is not really a stage that will utilize that music. Gower Plains is huge, and I think the newest Xenoblade game has an area in the World Tree that would be absolutely perfect for a stage in Smash Brothers, where you've got all the Titans in the background and characters flying around, but it could all be sort of relegated to the background and nothing actually happens on the actual stage. It could just be on a couple platforms hanging off of the tree. I think that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be dope.
I was gonna ask
They
you
have-
where in Xenoblade 2, because like I was trying to think where would you put it that's not a spoiler.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's very late game.
Man, they don't care about
late
spoilers.
game-ish, but at the same time, you have to be very familiar with the game. It's like you don't have to have the projection of a certain background. You don't have to have everything in there. But I think you could have like the one mech that flies around and attacks one of the Titans and the other Titans present without it feeling like a spoiler.
Yeah, I could see that. Or if you're really that worried, I guess you could take the mech out and just have the Titans fighting or something, or Titan ships fighting in the background, kind of like how it is in one of the Star Fox. I think it's Canaria. No, it's not Canaria. It's a different one in Smash 4, where it's just little battle actions happen in the back. Yeah, I think they could do that without spoiling it.
Speaking of Star Fox, by the way, this is not a stage that I want to see return. But I think if any stage is going to return, it will probably end up being the one they spent a year making for Smash 4.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is that Star
Great,
Fox
Orbital
whatever
Gate.
it
Orbital
was.
Gate Assault.
Orbital Gate, yeah. I think I don't want it to come back, but I think it's gonna come back.
How do you spend so long designing a stage that's just not enjoyable to play at any level of play? That's remarkable.
Because the background is a fucking movie.
I'm gonna change my answer for my stage actually.
Nah.
Nah. I want Poke Floats back.
Wait, what'd you say?
Floats.
I don't mind.
Poke Floats.
Yeah, those are cool.
That was
That
fun.
was a
How
close
How
stage.
about an updated Poke Floats?
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
Poker Floats would be pretty cool.
Poke Floats 2.
Wait, did Shofu already go?
Yeah,
yeah, it
he,
did.
he went first.
Oh, okay.
So it is me. So in a similar vein to returning Melee stages, I'd like to see Yoshi's story come back. If just
Yes.
because, I don't know, playing Smash 4, it felt like it kind of lacked really small stages and characters lived forever outside of Smashville. So another really small stage would be nice.
It's a good stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then beyond that, new stages. I was also going to suggest Xenoblade Chronicles 2 stage, but I think kind of similar to what Mike said. Instead of the Bowser Kingdom from 3D World, the Bowser Kingdom from Odyssey. I think
Oh
would be
yeah,
cool.
Japanese one.
that would
Yeah.
be cool actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how they could work with that, but I think there's a lot of cool elements that they could extract from it.
Well, what
Make
about
something
that?
nice.
The moon. You know what I mean? The moon from Mario Odyssey. Now that you bring it up,
That'd be cool too.
Oh
Have-
yeah.
Oh,
have some type
Actually-
of
that
low
would be
gravity effect.
That'd be
Maybe
fire.
just. That'd be fun.
actually, on that note, another kind of obvious idea, they could literally have them fighting on top of the ship,
Odyssey.
the Odyssey
Yeah.
ship,
Yeah.
touring
That's kind of
around.
what I was
maybe.
thinking too. And
Yeah.
then it would go to different areas on the map. Like one would be New Donk City, of course, and then one would be maybe the Bowser Kingdom.
See,
And every time you take off, I could see it where like you actually propel off and you see the globe in the background, and then you sort of follow a path and end up landing. Like I do think they would do that, and if they're gonna do that with any of the stages, I think New Donk makes a lot of sense. The Bowser makes a lot of sense, and yeah, the moon would make a lot of sense too, because then it would be sort of like a fun gimmick for the stage to have low gravity.
I was thinking of something similar, but for Metroid, where you're on Samus's ship and you go to the different planets and you see Ridley in the back, and then you satisfy a bunch of fans.
No, that'll just make them angry.
True.
I think
I
they'd
don't know,
rather have
man.
no Ridley than playable Ridley,
I'm
or not
stick-
playable Ridley.
I'm sticking to my guns on this. I think Ridley's going to be playable this time around.
No.
I really do. Come back to because I was very against the idea last time. You know this. I brought this up many a times on Japan Time, but something is telling me we're gonna get Ridley this time. I think it's gonna be a redesigned Samus Returns-esque Ridley, but I really do believe we're gonna see him this time around.
If he looks fucking stupid, then I'll be
Oh,
angry.
he will unequivocally look stupid. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee.
Only gonna be as big as Charizard, but he's gonna be all gangly and weird.
Yeah.
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 Keep him
Wait, so
out.
Zeph, you haven't gone. Go ahead.
Magicant
Magic
for
Hand's
my
fire.
old.
Yeah, Magic
I
King's
love that
cool.
stage.
That's
Crisp.
cool.
For
Mhm.
new, I either want Jam Bastion from Star Allies, or I want like the top of you know the place where Pauline performed in New Donk.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah.
Yeah, the top of that
Oh,
sky.
yeah,
this
yeah.
stage. That'd
And
be
I want
legit.
it. I want it to be like Smashville, where sometimes at night Pauline will come perform.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd
I
be
like
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Had the same idea with a Splatoon stage where like at certain days like Callie Marie or like Pearl
Yeah,
Marie
yeah.
come out and perform.
They could actually tie that in with the actual Splatfest in the game. Like, I think it'd be cool that if you're playing Smash and there's a Splatfest going on in Splatoon 2, that they actually have the concert both in Splatoon and also in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, now that everybody's sort of given their own picks, let's just go around and just randomly shout out other stages we want to see come back or new stages that we want to see. Because there's still lots of other stages, obviously. And I think there are some other stages that we'd want to see return or, you know, other games we want to see represented. So, yeah, anybody, just throw your ideas out there.
Oh, on a not necessarily a specific stage, but if they bring back old stages, it would be nice if they actually made them, you know, up to date visually. Because seeing 64 Dreamland and 64 Peach's Castle in Smash 4 was ugh.
Did they put a Hyrule Castle from 64 into Smash 4?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they did.
They did, yeah, they did.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
actual
think
visual
really hard.
updates.
I mentioned this to make a Chemical Plant level. I think Chemical Plant Zone would be great.
Ooh, that would be good. That'd be really, really
And
good.
you see,
Actually.
if they do Sonic Forces, they can
I
be in
think about that.
space.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
But,
What's the? I'm trying to think. What's the name of that? It was in Melee and Brawl. It's like a Dreamland stage where
Green Greens?
Green Greens.
Is it Green Greens?
Or
Yeah.
the apples,
Yeah.
they fall?
Yeah. That
Yeah.
one. I feel like that could work with minus the bombs and everything like that. If they somehow made that a little bit better, I missed that one.
In terms of goofy stages that I would like to see come back, I mean, I kind of liked the Electroplankton stage in Brawl. Like, I obviously would not play with that in a
Tannenbaum?
tournament. Yeah,
Oh,
but I thought that was like a
yeah.
fun little goofy stage to play on where you could like hit the little like leaves and then it would adjust the music that played in the background.
Yeah,
Where
I
the
remember.
little plankton would pop up and bounce off and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. And
I highly doubt they'll add this one, but what's the sage with Palkia and Dialga?
Spear
Spear
Pillar.
Pillar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really good
yeah.
stage.
I actually hate that stage.
I hated
Yeah,
that
that
stage.
I-
Jesus, I hated
I think
that
it's one of the
so
best casual stages.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
much.
It's fun until your controls get reversed, and it's not
Yeah.
fun.
Then you get good.
Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
problem?
After 6 years, I still couldn't get through that. Like, if I was on that stage right now, I'd still catch an L every time.
You just got a gentleman not to move until the Palkia disappears.
Yup.
It wasn't that hard. I figured it out. Pretty like it's only lasts for like 30 seconds.
do
But
any
yeah,
of
M's
us?
Castle from 3DS would be cool.
Oh, you love to see that in HD.
Had a bunch of good songs too that
Yeah.
were never heard because it's never put on the Wii U.
I was gonna say, does anybody doubt that Hyrule's gonna come back?
No, I'm sure it will.
What Temple?
Temple.
Yeah,
the
that
temple,
stage has
yeah.
to always
Yeah.
remain.
Yeah.
I want Great Cave Offensive and Palutena's Temple to fuck off, but
No, Great
Temple.
Cave has to come back.
Yeah, Great Cave was cool, but Palutena's Temple.
Palutena was,
is-
yeah, that's
actually you're right. Palutena's
Straight
Temple was
booty.
just Great Cave had some cool stuff, and Palutena's Temple had actually nothing.
Yeah,
So
I
how could they
actually
do a
liked.
new Kid Icarus stage though?
I liked the Reset Bomb Forest.
Yeah,
I thought
Reset
that was
Bomb
kind of
Forest
cool.
I'll take that one. Yeah.
Yeah. If they were gonna do a new Kid Icarus stage, though, I'd like something with Hades in it. But I don't know.
Or
It does
Hades
se-
in the roster.
Yeah, I mean Hades in the roster would be cool too. I still kind of feel like Hades would be a great final boss for a single player mode, because I could see it being where like you know how they had in Smash 4 the map, and then like in the older versions in Brawl of course had Taboo, and then Melee they added Crazy Hand. I think it'd be kind of cool if like at 9.0 intensity or whatever, you're fighting Master Hand and Crazy Hand, and then all of a sudden, like when you knock out both the hands, you zoom out and you see that actually Hades is wearing both the gloves, and then you fight him as the final boss. That'd be kind of dope.
Yeah, will they
It'll
be in
be-
the game though?
It's a deep lore.
It would be strange just because all of the final bosses for Smash have been Smash original bosses.
Mhm.
Like the
Well,
only
Giga
time,
Bowser. I mean, Giga Bowser was technically a Bowser,
well, Giga Bowser also was created in Melee.
but they could do something similar to that with Hades. I feel they could make like a Smash version of Hades, similar to what they did with Giga Bowser.
They just made Bowser bigger and made his attacks purple.
Hey, can't forget about that down smash that froze you, bro.
Oh yeah, there was some ice
Oh,
in there
yeah.
too. Some ice in there too.
Do you think we could get a new final boss? Because Master Hand kind of died.
Oh yeah, Master Hand did die basically.
Wait, what?
Wait, spoilers. Hold up.
They
Okay,
they did the whole the big shadow thing, and then it turned into the fortress.
yeah.
Yeah.
Smash 4.
I don't know. I'd be cool with it, especially if there is an adventure mode to go along with it.
I feel like Master Hand and Crazy Hand will still be there, but I could definitely see them doing something other than Master Core.
It would be really cool if they make an original character that's the final boss and also an unlockable playable character.
I agree with that.
Yes.
Boss
Yeah, I think
character
that
That
would be
would
really
be
cool.
broken.
Dang, I didn't think. Yeah, a Smash only character. You know,
Boss
that
characters
would
suck
actually
ass
be
and they
good.
become playable.
Wait,
McDarrett?
did you say it?
No, McDarrett said boss characters are broken, but whenever you make a
Nah.
boss characters playable, they're fucking horrible.
No, at the start, they're normally busted, and then they get toned down. At least from the fighting games I've seen.
I'd be totally down with that though. I think a
Yeah.
Smash-related character would be really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd actually be really good. I didn't think
Yeah.
about that.
I don't know. Are there any other stages? We kind of like moved off stages and started talking about final bosses, but are there any other stages you guys want to talk about or bring up? One thing, I kind of want them to bring another saturated, colorful F-Zero stage into the mix because I'm really sick
Port
of the
Town sucks.
Port Town's horrible.
Yeah.
The worst
There,
possible F-Zero stage.
What's the thing called? Hold on.
The one of the
Like on
3DS
the-
is cool.
Yeah, that one was.
Yeah, that
neat.
was cool. I mean, I kind of think Firefield would be neat. From
Yeah, I was gonna
F-Zero
say
GX.
Firefield, but I feel like there's some other stages. I can't remember what that. Hold on.
A redone Big Blue would be cool. I mean,
Yeah.
even if they brought back the original Mute City, that'd be kind of neat to see that in HD.
I liked the original Mew City. It was fun.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
fun. We just need a new F-Zero stage that's actually good.
We need a new F-Zero.
Why did I just hear Etika screaming?
Huh?
What?
Someone's
Etika.
microphone had a video. I heard it very clearly. Someone's gonna own up to it.
Yeah, I heard it as well.
I
Yeah,
heard it too.
so who was it?
Someone's microphone had Etika screaming?
Yes. So it's gonna be like that.
Definitely wasn't me.
Yeah, I've literally
have
been hosting the
anything
show, so
Interesting.
McDurr?
So we have some
How is it
liars.
me?
My chair just squeaked. Maybe you confused it for that.
I don't
Maybe
know.
maybe you're thinking about Etika just a little too much.
All right, well let's move on from this stage.
Everyone
what'd
in
you
the
say?
chat heard it. Someone who's
What?
a liar.
What if Etika's in the group right now? We just don't know it.
He's just
And he's just screaming.
Yeah, he's just screaming.
Imagine screaming for no reason.
I was gonna say he could have just been muted again, but
that was still horrible. That whole show, that was so sad. He ended up coming out. Everybody was so excited, and he was muted the entire time.
Dang, really? Oh my god.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Oh well. I'm seeing some people saying bring him for the next episode. We'll try. We'll try. He's a busy man. He's a busy man though. We'll see. But yeah. Any other stages, or you guys want to move on?
I'm fine.
I can't really think of any other stage.
oh, I want the Pac-Man 3DS stage. That, not the Wii U one, please.
The maze.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the maze was cool. I like
Yeah.
it.
Land was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
fucking bad. What were they thinking?
Ugh.
I don't know.
Smash 4 needed some
Probably one
MS
of the
Paint
top
action,
5.
bro.
No, that was one of the top 5 worst stages I think of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be fun. Let's talk about stages we don't want to see come back.
Yoshi's
Lila-
Island from
Get
no,
Lila
what's
the
it called?
fuck out of
Yoshi's Island Melee. That
Yoshi's
stage
Island
needs
Melee
to
is
be
the worst.
purged.
Yeah, that
One of
has
the worst
to go.
stages ever made. I don't know why it exists. It never needs to come back.
The
I
one
don't know
with the
why they
pipe?
brought it back twice.
Yeah, the one with the pipe and the walk off on the right.
Yeah, that's kind of ass.
No, on all stages with the
Oh
walk
yeah, that
off.
stage is us.
Yeah.
That stage
It's one of the
are
worst
bad.
stages of all time.
Windy Hill can go away forever too.
Yeah, can
I-
Sonic
no
get
more
one
Windy
good
Hill.
stage? Just one.
So there's this game called Sonic.
Anyway, 75M.
Mania, yes, it's a great
Yeah,
game.
75M needs to get the hell out.
Never come back. Mario Bros was pretty bad. No.
Oh,
Mushroomy
Mushrooming
Kingdom.
Kingdom. Get
Oh,
that out of
yeah.
here.
Wait,
Terrible.
wait.
Disgusting.
I think I actually like Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, and you also like Sonic
Disgusting.
Forces.
Oh,
Oh man.
Oh, jeez.
you know, fair enough.
Jeez.
What else? What else is bad?
Tomodachi Life gone.
That was
Newport-
pretty bad, but
Newport
Luigi's
City
Mansion was
sucked.
bad. That stage was pretty bad.
Which one?
Luigi's Mansion.
Oh yeah, like
I don't
Newport
like
City sucked.
those kind of stages. Yeah, Newport City.
Oh, the Coliseum from Fire Emblem was awful. Awful.
Which
Yeah.
Nah, that stage was
I
stage
think- no, I
was just
think
a
that stage
walk off.
Wait. Is Coliseum the 3DS or the Wii U one?
The Wii U one, the
The Wii U
walk-off
one.
one.
Oh, I like the 3DS
The one with the
much
weird platforms that just randomly came up, right?
better.
Yeah, Arena
No,
Faro
Arena
is the
Faro is
3DS
better.
one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I do too.
Was there a balloon fight stage?
Yes, in the
Yeah, the
3DS.
Oh,
Yeah.
the 3DS one?
I didn't like that one.
Oh.
Pokemon Stadium 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that could go away forever too. I want
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon Stadium to come back. Just the first Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Bring
was
I
that
want
back.
a
Pretty
Pokemon
cool.
Stadium that's just frozen. None of the transforming garbage. Just the frozen stage, because it's a perfect neutral stage.
Yeah, and it's a stadium. It's like you're supposed to fight and be serious, not have zero gravity, some slippery ice. What else was there? Conveyor belts. That was horrible.
That was it, I think.
Also, why were there
The
two
wind.
versions of Woohoo Island? There was the Woohoo Island Wii Sports Resort, and then the Pilot Wings
Pilot.
one. Just
Yeah.
choose one. Just choose one.
We're
Icicle
keeping the
Mountain
Pilot Wings
also
one.
sucked.
We
Yeah,
need,
Pilot Wings was so cool.
we
Yeah,
need,
I
we
like the
need
Pilot
the
Wings.
light plane music.
The song from Pilot Wings was great. Oh yeah, no. Also, okay. Two horrible melee stages. Icicle Mountain I did not like it, and I do not like Peach's Castle.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Peach's Castle either.
Yeah, Peach's Castle's. Ugh.
Yeah,
Any vertical scrolling stage is automatically terrible.
Rumble Falls.
Yeah.
Did you say
Oh.
Summit from Brawl? The Ice
I didn't
Climbers
say
one?
that one. I said
I think just clean.
Icicle Mountain.
Dude, DK needs some better stages.
Yeah, he has some pretty
Mhm.
shit. Though, well, his
I-
new one was kind of cool, but I don't
I'm
know.
really surprised at this point we haven't gotten a silhouette DK stage. Because what's the name of that level in Donkey Country Returns where like the whole thing's a silhouette
There's a
sunset?
bunch of them.
yeah, there's a few.
But I mean, that'd be a really cool idea for a stage if all the characters are sort of shaded out in shadow, and then you've got the background is sunset. That'd be neat. I'd like that.
That would be pretty cool. I know it was like 2 stages, like going back to the ones that we kind of went back. There's like 2 stages I just remembered. What was it? Was it Lumio City or something like that from the 3DS one?
Yeah,
Yeah, I would like that one back. I want to see
Prison
Mario Maker
Tower.
come back. Yeah,
yeah,
Prison Tower.
That's the one.
Yeah, and I want to see Mario Maker come back because that one's pretty cool.
I want a good Pikmin stage. Pikmin stages suck.
We got
Oh
one.
my god, yeah. Well,
They're
Distant Planet.
so bad.
I like Distant Planet more than the new one.
Let's
I
bring
think
back
they're both
Cannon
very
Bow.
good.
That was already mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hannonbow's cool though. I like
You know,
it.
listening to the podcast, bro. You got some better plans.
He's watching
Well,
Anakin.
I didn't hear
We now know.
Hannonbow.
We know who did it. We know
Yeah.
who played the Anakin
It wasn't
song.
me.
It was okay. Yes, it was. You were, it was
I'm
you.
watching
You weren't paying
basketball.
attention.
But there we go. Let's bring back Cannon Bow.
Oh well. All right. Well, let's move on. You know what we should do? Let's take some viewer questions. How about that? We haven't taken
Sounds
viewer
cool.
questions in a while.
Do you want
Let's
to
take
bring
some
them
viewer
up?
questions. Let's bring them up. I want you to read them out so you can stay involved on the show, Coast.
Yeah, stop watching Attica
Okay.
compilations.
We have a question that was asked. We have a question that was asked tomorrow
All
on
right.
April 17th. What's the date today? Yeah, what the hell?
It's
Okay.
April 17th here.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's up?
oh, true, right. So AJ asks, if all of Smash 5's newcomers had to come from one third-party company or developer, which would you want?
Capcom.
So that, okay.
Capcom.
Capcom.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was the question? That was. I'm sorry.
So if all Smash 5's newcomers had to come from only one third-party company, which would you want?
Oh.
I think it's just Capcom has like so many cool characters.
I'd say either Capcom or Square.
Yeah.
It's really hard because like I want to say Sega, but Capcom also has really good characters.
Sega?
too.
What the fuck Sega got? Tell me.
They have
please.
Sonic.
Sonic
Oh.
and Bayo.
All
no,
the Sonic
wait,
characters.
Wait,
No, I want to.
There.
What they got?
Puyo Tetris, or just Puyo
He's not
characters.
serious.
That one
By
of
the
those.
way,
He's trolling.
Zamper's right. Mojang. Let's get Steve in this bitch.
Look at that one of
Kill
those.
his Microsoft.
Hey, who else
Make
they got?
that, let's see here. Danica Patrick from Sonic All Stars.
All right.
I'm kidding. No wait.
Dude, when you think about Capcom, though, there really are so many good choices because you've got
Yeah.
Mega Man, of
Power
course, and you've got
Stone.
Ryu.
Yeah.
You've got Power Stone. You've got Dante from Devil May Cry. You've got Zero. You've got Jill Valentine. You've got the whole Resident Evil cast. Beautiful Joe,
Like-
Amaterasu.
Thank
The entire
you.
cast.
Power
entire
Stone
cast of-
characters, my boy.
Yeah, I'd want Power Stone. if
And
they
there
did
it
that.
is.
the guy from
You've
the
got
guy from
entire
Ghosts and
cast
Ghouls.
of, what's it called?
You talking
Marvel
about
vs.
Sega.
Capcom 3.
Mm-hmm.
That roster is great.
Trombone. Put Trombone in there. She was in Mega Man
You
64.
could get
Put her in there.
Knights. There's a.
You
I'm
said
gonna
Nick
forget his
and Knight.
name. No, Knights.
No, Knights can chill.
No, what's his name? Vice from Skies of Arcadia. You could do.
Now we're
Panzer
talking
about
Dragoon. Yeah, those are Sega.
Panzer Dragoon
All
hasn't
right.
had a game in like
Can somebody get him out of
15
here?
years.
Neither has Duck Hunt. What's up?
Yeah, but Duck Hunt
But
was
Duck
like
Hunt
a
is
good
iconic,
revolutionary.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Capcom's probably the best all-around choice. I think, like, I'm a weeb. I like JRPGs. So if it wasn't them, I would say Square and just put all the Mario RPG characters in and all the Final Fantasy reps and like and Neku and Chrono and the whole cast of Chrono Trigger and like that would be. But I think
And
Capcom
Sora can
really
finally
is.
make it into.
Disney.
Sora, there you go.
Oh
Does-
god, Sora
does,
makes me Donald and Goofy got to be in there, and I don't want that.
Square Enix doesn't have Hitman anymore, right?
No.
I think
No, I don't think
I think
so.
they got it taken or sold it or something.
Do they still have Tomb Raider?
Yeah,
It's-
I think so.
Aren't those both Eidos?
Maybe. I don't know. I actually don't remember anymore.
I think they still have Tomb Raider. Yeah, because Square funded the new movie that just came out. So, all I don't think they would have done that if they didn't own the rights to the character.
If Square does get another character, like besides like Gino and kind of the obvious ones, I'd really like to see like a Bravely Default character.
I mean, I want 2B. To be completely honest, I think 2B
I
would be
do
awesome.
Let's
too.
go.
I do too.
You
Yeah,
catch
for me, it's
I
number
just-
1 Gino
I'll-
and then 2B.
I'll be paused the whole time with 2B playing.
Okay. Yeah.
I have not beaten the game yet, but I'm loving it so far. So I definitely want to be.
All right, I'm about to spoil it all right now.
You put Gino,
all right, I'm out,
you put
guys.
Gino in there. You put, dude, Gino, 2B, Chrono, Neku, a character, Sora, Cloud, Noctis. There's a lot of good Square characters you could put in. And then, like you guys said, someone from Bravely Default or Octopath Traveler or whatever. That'd be cool.
You sounded so confident when you said Octopath, bro.
I'm putting all my money. I'm putting all my money in on Gino this time. I did it for Bayonetta. She got in. Now it's Gino's turn.
No, I think they would have been put Gino in if they were gonna do it.
It's happening.
Nah. Who else wanted Gino a lot? I'm trying to remember.
D1.
D1.
Yeah,
I like Gino.
D1.
Gino's awesome, man.
He's been advocating for that
Yeah.
character so long. Oh my god.
If they put 2B in, would she have a black void under her dress like Peach and all of them?
Definitely.
No.
Definitely.
yeah, they have to do something.
No.
They'll have to do something.
Nice. That's a chip.
All right, next question.
Question from Luigi fan. It's kind of referencing like your idea beyond that DK stage. Basically, ask, what are your thoughts on the idea of stages with unique art styles that would affect the stage characters and items' aesthetic look? So, like, they gave the example for a like, it obviously won't happen, but a Cuphead stage where everything would have like a 1930 cartoonish look, but it wouldn't affect anything that involved like the hitbox or anything of the sort, just only aesthetically.
So like the Mario Galaxy stage where everyone got lighting.
Yeah, like that, or like imagine like Flat Zone where everyone was like in the flat zone and had that look.
Yeah, or like
Okay,
they could do
well-
Undertale where everybody's pixel art.
Okay, shut up.
Well, first of all, on the flat stages, it does actually affect the hitboxes. You know, all the Z-axis shenanigans that happen
Yeah.
on 2G stages. Personally, I feel like that's how hitboxes should be designed, so that they can't just phase into another dimension to avoid moves.
Cloud.
But for something like a drastic change of like 2D style, like if something had a Cuphead style or a pixel art style, that would naturally affect how hitboxes work. Even if you don't intend for it to, it would naturally affect how the hitboxes work and how people read moves. So I'm personally against that kind of idea. Something like Mario Galaxy's rim lighting is fine because that doesn't change how the models are, but there's like a boundary that I don't think should be passed.
I mean, I'm kind of on the same page as you, because it definitely would affect how the game works and how it would play.
Hey man, add whatever you want. Just make it toggleable. It's not that hard. Sakurai.
Yeah, because he's listening, bro.
I always want to see like just effects on top of characters, like a curvy canvas curse stage, or now Link Between Worlds. It's like if you could put effect over top of them, just not to like change their models, but like how
Just
it
a
makes it
shader or
flat.
something?
Yeah, like a shader, just to give them that extra effect. Like the DS Kirby stage kind of does it.
A DS Kirby stage. Oh, right. Yeah, I think
I'd like a yarn stage. Like if you had like Kirby's Epic Yarn and everybody actually looks like they're made of yarn, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I guess with certain stages it would be kind of hard to do. Like, I could see them just changing a shader, like how they did with the Galaxy one. But like, if they were to do it for something like Flat Zone or something, I don't see it working.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Next question.
Oh, here we go. Kind of related. I've got a
Wait,
question
hold on,
from.
Chris, hold on, Chris. Before you say the next question, where can people submit questions and where
They
can
can
they
submit questions at teamjapantime.com.
It's not
and
it.
there's a what?
Oh, I thought it was .net. Never mind.
How? And there's a form that you can click on right on the main page that'll take you to where you can submit questions.
Wow.
Neat.
Actually, I've got
That's
a
awesome.
question right here I want to read. This is from Arcaden Blog from the viewer questions channel of our Discord. Which, by the way, if you're not part of our Discord, go join that. It's a pretty detailed question, but it says, all this talk about certain games being made too late got me thinking. What if we're getting a Smash based off games from E3 2015? Would you be okay with that? A Star Fox Zero stage, a Federation Force stage, more from Fates?
You said Wolf's in the game again. True.
He said, I know Roger despises Star Fox Zero, and I'm willing to bet this is the reason people want content from Switch games like ARMS and Zero. If not, what other eras of Nintendo do you think Smash Switch will touch upon?
Hopefully not Wii U.
I'm trying to think, like, what, like, in a serious note of that, what, like, really big Wii U games never got into Smash? The only thing I can think on top of my head is, like, Wonderful 101, Xenoblade X. And
Yeah,
that's kind of
Xenoblade
it.
Chronicles X,
Yeah,
3D World,
Little 3D World, yeah.
3D World,
Color
Tokyo
Splash.
Mirage Sessions, Color Splash, yeah.
Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games.
Oh my gosh.
Pokken. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing Pokken.
I mean-
Robobot.
There's Pokemon. That's close enough.
Well, Kirby is Kirby. We don't need specific like Robobot.
Actually, you know what? I wonder if they would make a Pokken stage. I didn't even think about that.
I would love the Magikarp stage.
No.
We were on the back of the all over the place. That would actually be cool.
As long as I don't
Captain
have to hear
Toad.
that horrible song over and
Yeah,
over.
just not. Yeah, I don't need Stadium. That song can go.
No. Codename Steam wasn't represented, but who cares about Codename Steam?
Yeah.
I don't know. He submitted like a chart, and we've literally gone over all of these: Kirby, Xenoblade, Splatoon, Woolly World, Mario Maker, Amiibo Festival. God no. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Pokken, Star Fox Zero. Yeah, there really isn't. I mean, there really isn't much.
Actually, you know what? I could actually see them doing that. And instead of a Pokemon Stadium 3, they make Pokken Stadium. I could see that happening.
Yeah, I could see that happening too. All right, next question.
We got a new question in from Born a Brawler.
Okay.
They
He's
asked,
lying.
because of Nintendo versus changing the theme of their Twitter to Smash, how far do you think Nintendo will take Smash Switch competitively?
Man, they haven't touched it competitively at all. So
Yeah.
any
They'll take
amount
it
would
one
be
foot.
fine. Any amount
One
would be
foot.
fine.
I mean,
At
they'll
least
take
at
what
least put a ranked mode on Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Bare minimum, please.
That and
good
do
ranked
some, like,
mode. A good
Wi-Fi
ranked
I don't
events.
even care if it's good.
They tried to do that with Smash 4 with that global power stuff.
That's,
with that
man, that's bullshit.
Pointless.
yeah, it really is.
They
That's
don't
why
even-
I'm hoping they upgrade something. Yeah, I need to actually.
It's how the global Smash power only affected single player modes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they are
It's
pushing
terrible.
Smash a lot on Nintendo Versus. Their logo is now the Smash logo.
It's
They've
not
got Splatoon
necessarily
2 and ARMS to
pushing
talk about
it. You know, we have to wait until it comes out and see what they actually do with it.
I mean, they've been
If they
doing
do-
a lot with ARMS, and ARMS is something that not a lot of people play. So,
Well,
If
just
they're
with this
pushing
new
ARMS
era of Switch, they've been doing a lot more stuff with competitive games. So hopefully they actually end up doing something with
Yeah.
Smash.
yeah, be awesome.
I still remember that the first trailer had Splatoon being played in Arena, and they haven't really done that yet.
That was the first trailer. I thought everything was gonna be. I thought they were just gonna push that to be really, really competitive, but I haven't seen too much on it recently.
Let's get some more viewer questions. Let's see.
Okay, let's see. A lot of them are pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Go ahead and get a stupid one.
Bad like how?
There's this one that says, "I know anime characters in Smash is never gonna happen, but what about the possibility of a character from a Nintendo-owned anime like Ash Ketchum?" First of
Hamtaro!
all-
Hamtaro!
First
Put
of all,
Hamtaro in the game!
Nintendo doesn't
Put
own anime,
Hamtaro!
so...
No, put Hamtaro in the game.
So-
Put Hamtaro. They made Hamtaro games. He was a first-party published character.
Stop.
Put
Ooh.
Hamtaro
Why
in
are
the
you
game.
so passionate
Hamtaro.
about Hamtaro?
Because Hamtaro would be clean. Are you
Relax,
kidding? With the
brother.
Ham Hams? His final smash could be the Ham Hams? The Ham Hams would be
We're
clean,
gonna
man.
relax, brother.
I want Hamtaro in the game.
Everything's gonna
Put
be okay.
Hamtaro in
We have-
the game.
We have
Hamtaro,
doctors.
you said that, and now I want Hamtaro more than any other character. Put Hamtaro in the game.
I don't even know how I
Hamtaro would be
feel about
clean. Oh my
We're gonna
god,
relax,
dude.
brother.
Hamtaro and the Ham Hams, bro, please. Those were first party published
So Roger
games
likes
on
hamsters.
the Game Boy Advance and the DS. Dude, and then he could like, oh my god, his final smash could summon all the hamsters and then like one every 100 times. No, dude, listen, just listen. One every 100 times.
Oh my
One every
Lord.
100 times. One every 100 times. Rick from Kirby ends up in the mix of the hamsters, and then it's like super powerful and it's one hit KO.
I'm feeling it. Put Hamtaro
Yes.
in there.
Don't lie to
Hamtaro
him.
for Smash.
He could be a
Let's do
puppet
it.
character like Olimar.
Yes, yes. Hamtaro, man, dude. I want.
Did he die?
What happened? He blew
What
up.
happened? His
What
mic
happened?
blew up.
No, I want Hamtaro, man.
We have doctors, brother. Everything's gonna
amazing,
be
man.
okay.
Put this on screen, Shofu. Put this on screen. I'm gonna link something right now.
Absolutely
Put this on screen.
not. Oh, never
You
mind.
gotta do it. You gotta do that right
Oh,
now.
I thought
Put that
what
on
silent.
screen.
I thought what
You
VR
gotta put
was
that
on.
on screen. You
I was
have
g-
to put that on screen.
Put what on screen?
Put the Hamtaro that's there on screen. Put
I thought you were gonna
the
link
one
something.
that's in the chat.
God
No,
damn
the
it.
one that Zviram put in. Put that in there. Put Hamtaro or this. Put this on screen. Put anything.
my
Put him.
God.
Okay, that
People
actually,
actually
needs
did
to be
this.
I'm
deleted.
putting both of them on.
No, I want Hamtaro, man.
He needs help.
Boy, you
Who
look
made
like
this?
Hamtaro. I'm about to get you.
Hello?
He starred in such great games as Hamtaro, Ham Ham Heartbreak on Game Boy Advance. He was in High Hamtaro Ham Ham Challenge for Nintendo DS. Ham Ham Heartbreak, dude. Yes, Hamtaro is the best. Ham Hams Unite.
100% that.
I don't
game.
understand.
I
the
feel like you're
passion
making
for
stuff
Hamtaro.
up now. Just
I
by
swear to
adding
God,
Ham
I'm not,
in front
dude.
of it.
Ham Hams
that's
Unite is
excellent
definitely
game.
the Game Boy Color game, dude.
Man, I remember Ham Ham Clash for the Nintendo 3DS.
Ham Clash. There's no way that's a
Ham
real
How do you
game.
put a Hamtaro on the screen?
Somebody help him, please.
Oh my god, man. Hell yeah, Hamtaro for Smash, man.
That's me when I see
Yes.
That's me when I see Isaac coming to Smash.
Never.
Oh my god. I legitimately want Hamtaro now. We've been talking about it.
Okay.
That
We've
would
been
be
Game Boy
talking
Advance?
about it. You've been the only one talking about it.
Get that off the screen, bro.
No, keep him on the screen. Keep it on the screen. Keep it on the screen.
I'm
Keep
keeping it on the screen, man.
Good.
Oh my god.
Hamtaro for Smash. Hamtaro better be in the thumbnail. I'm gonna be mad. Whoever's editing this episode better put Hamtaro in the thumbnail.
Right. Something wrong with him.
But how big would he be? Like, would he be the size of Pikachu or
Charizard.
Charizard.
Bowser.
Giant ass hamster just running around the goddamn
my
screen.
God.
Oh my god.
I feel like Pikachu's the same.
Help him.
Hamtaro Time podcast.
Someone in the chat said Ridley.
Charizard size Hamtaro. Get out. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'd be shook.
They can make him like Olimar size. That'd be fine.
Yeah, something like Pikachu or Olimar.
Yeah. Because technically Olimar is smaller than a hamster. Olimar's like
Yeah.
the size of a quarter. So they can make him Olimar size. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
Light Sonic in the chat said Hamtaro for Pokken.
Oh my god.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
No.
All right, we should probably move on to another question.
Holy shit, what is
that
that?
one.
Delete it, bro.
Oh man.
Having a stroke.
Wait, does Hamtaro have like special OC like Sonic does, where you put your name in front of like Hamtaro or something?
You put it in front of a Ham Ham, and then you get. I don't know. Let's try it out. Let's do Ham Ham Roger right now. Let's see
Roger
what comes up.
Hamtaro. No, that doesn't work.
Ham Ham Roger.
Yeah.
I just got some soccer player.
I see some old dude with glasses. Never mind.
Are we done with viewer questions?
No, we'll keep reading them.
A
It's
lot
just,
of them are really bad today.
Oh shit.
Like
what
He
we
said it,
can't.
not me. Hate him.
It's not like they're like. There's nothing to go on about them because they're just like I already answered them, or they're just completely unrelated.
all right. Well, let's read now that Nate guy, Arcade and Blog's been submitting some good ones. He said, "What if Smash Switch added the ability to add custom music without hacking the game? What music would you add?"
There's a lot of different choices for that one.
Yeah,
Oh, the
fuck?
entire
Stage-
Sonic Rush OST. It's gotta
I
go
knew you would say that.
Depended.
right in
Stage
there.
depended, honestly.
I would say the entire OST of Bomberman Hero.
I would say Drake's More Life album.
Oh my god.
Why?
You gotta be quiet sometime.
Yeah, I want a stage. I want a stage on the back of Arceus, and then you plug in God's Plan as the music. That'd be pretty
Stop.
great, actually.
Everyone stop.
I'm trying to hear Marvel vs. Capcom 2 menu music.
Ah,
And after that, I need the stage select theme from Power Stone 2.
I need the entire Persona 5 soundtrack.
Oh yes,
Yep.
that's a good one.
Cyber Hyper Phoenix says the entire Trap Ketchum album. There you go.
Oh,
It's on
yeah.
brand. I Pokemon Cypher at a Pokemon Stadium stage. That'd actually be kind of fun.
Pokemon Cypher 2025.
There you go.
Shofu, you gotta make versions of all the Trap Catchem tracks that loop.
No. Anything else?
Persona 5 music would be good. I'd like that.
Persona 5 music is amazing.
Yeah.
All the Persona music is amazing.
See it
I would actually-
coming.
I would love like a retro stage that then I could put Cuphead music in. Because
Oh yeah,
Cuphead
Cuphead
music
some
is
good
fire.
music.
yeah,
Cuphead
Hey,
had
go
good
put
music.
Cuphead in Smash.
That was one of
Honestly,
the
they
characters
should.
I wanted to put in.
Cuphead be dope, man.
Boy got the
I would be
yopper.
honest.
He'd be really good.
Boy
That would be
strapped
cool.
up.
People are out here talking about they want Steve from Minecraft and Banjo Kazooie and Master Chief. Get all of them out of here, man. You're gonna do a Microsoft rep, put Cuphead in there.
Yeah, please do. Cuphead would actually.
Cuphead would be actually be clean. I would love that.
And he has specials already in the game that they could just put right in. It'd be so
Yeah.
easy to make.
Well, we already got Mega Man though.
Nah,
That
Mega
music
Man
would
gonna have
be
to
so
leave.
good.
That's basically a Mega Man game.
That's crazy.
He gonna have to go. Mega Man's gotta go.
That's insane. After all they did to get him in there.
That's blasphemy.
People used to say if you didn't people used to say if you beat it was one of those beat classic mode with one stock and under 20-minute type things. You know how people used to say that about like
yeah.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you did that in Brawl you'd unlock Mewtwo. If you did that,
Bro, I can't. Somebody got me in Melee. They were like, you can beat 10. What's it called? The multi-man people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
20
really awesome.
cruel melee.
Yeah, and you
multi-man
get Sonic. Man, I can't tell you how many hours I spent.
If you shoot,
People used to say that about Brawl too. Mega Man was one of those characters. He was one of
I
those
was
characters
so
that said
young.
if you beat classic mode with your feet, you can unlock Mega Man.
Bro, I was so young.
if you shoot the entire credit section in Melee,
Right.
you unlock-
If you get every single name, you could unlock Mega Man.
like what type of man?
Bro, those were the best.
I'm saying.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Beat the whole game with your eyes closed. You can unlock Goku.
9.0.
There were so many of those, man. I swear. I could probably look some up.
So I actually have another viewer question. This is from Please End My Life, who says, "What if?" Who says,
I'm sorry.
"What if Smash Switch had custom character options, like you can customize your Inkling or Villager and change their outfits?" I'd be cool with that.
I don't think anyone would be opposed to.
No, that'd be cool.
I'm looking online right now. I typed in
Oh,
Mega
no.
Man and Brawl. There's a lot of questions. How can I unlock Mega Man? This is 2009. I'm having a lot of trouble to unlock Mega Man. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
I remember
Oh, no.
Sonic and Melee.
Yeah, that's the one. That's what the cruel melees. They're like, if you beat 15, you get to unlock one.
500 steps to unlock Mega Man. Play as Blue Team in team battle and win 30 times.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh man.
it's a cruel world, man.
I'm having a lot of trouble unlocking Mega Man. I know that normally to get him you have to beat a level 9 computer, but the stupid programmers made them impossible again, like in Melee. So I was wondering if there was any other way to get him because I can't beat level 9 comps.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
God
my
damn me.
god.
Oh.
It was really like that, man. That's crazy.
Oh.
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 It was really like that, man. That's crazy.
Man, I miss those days. You'll never get that nowadays because
Yeah,
Nah.
It's
way
also
too
obvious.
widespread, yeah. Damn, he's probably trying to do that shit for hours.
God damn it, Coach.
Is that a YouTube thumbnail?
Yeah, that's a YouTube thumbnail.
God damn it.
Oh man.
What in the world?
How to unlock Sonic and Tails in Melee. That's beautiful. I love it. All right, let's look at the Twitch chat for some questions.
I got
Let's see what the
another
Twitch
viewer
chat is.
question.
Oh, go ahead. Read that.
This
Read
one
that.
says, "Where has Ricky been?"
Yeah, what the fuck?
Don't ask me. I literally don't know. So he wasn't on for like 4 episodes, and then I literally tried contacting him because he was planned for C2E2. So his name was like in the program. Everybody else showed up, and he was the only person who didn't come get his badge. I tried calling him for days beforehand. I called him before every episode of the last 4. He's literally vanished. I have no idea where he's gone. I don't know
Too
what
good
he's up
for us
to.
now.
I don't know, man. But I genuinely don't know where Ricky is. But
when he inevitably comes back, he's gonna deliver the story of a lifetime
he
about
better. He
whatever
better.
escapades he's been
Yeah,
on.
when
for the
Smash
past-
7 is on the
I mean,
horizon.
Admittedly, I was
God
very
bless.
mad after the C2E2 thing because like they changed what you had to do in order to register, and so you had to actually like put in people and have them like show their ID to get their badge. And so it was me and then Josh and then Hendo and Reagan, and all of us showed our badges, and then the only one that was left who didn't have like a badge. And I was like, well, can I just get that extra badge? I'm the moderator of the panel, and they're like, no, he needs to come in to show his ID because like his actual name was on there. And he didn't end up showing up, so I literally don't know where he is.
Well, he's active on Twitter. He's been liking shit.
He hasn't really though, because I've gone on Twitter. He hasn't been doing anything. He hasn't like tweeted in I think weeks. When's the last time he?
He hasn't tweeted, but he's been doing stuff on Twitter.
Oh, maybe.
He's dead.
Oh my gosh. Just went
Yeah,
straight
his
to it.
last tweet. His last tweet was liking one of my YouTube videos on March 22nd, and then he's got no. And then March 23rd, he said, "Leave Japan Time alone. The game needs me." And then that's it. And he hasn't liked anything else since.
What the fuck?
So I don't know what's going on, man. Oh no! I'm looking on his feed right now. What the hell is this? He liked a video of a dog with a very inappropriate name going to the park. And he liked a baked salmon recipe.
What?
Yeah, what?
I'm not even making this up. Like, look on his feed right now. Look at the things he's
You
liked.
think
Oh, yeah,
somebody,
this.
somebody hacked this account?
He liked a video of like women pulling up Spanx over their bellies. He liked a video of
Ricky?
what do
What are
you
you
mean?
doing,
Yeah,
bro?
Ricky. Dude, what else is there? I don't know what he's.
Yeah, why did he
What
like
is
this
like in
baked salmon?
I have no idea.
Fuck.
These are the most random likes I've ever seen.
Okay, Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, I'm stopping.
Yeah, he liked Mark Zuckerberg on April 10th. He liked a little kid doing karate. That's a little weird. He liked. What else is on here?
Everyone just spam his Twitter, like at him.
Yeah,
relentlessly.
honestly, at him and be like, "Where are you, Ricky? What's up?" Say at Ricky Cocaine, "Why are you such a bad friend to Roger's base?" Tweet that at him right now. Everybody tweet the exact same tweet and see what he does. Say you want him back on Japan Time.
Okay.
Are there any more questions, or are we just gonna wrap this baby up?
I think that's it. There's not much.
All right. We went on for a pretty long time, I gotta say. All right. Well, with that being said, guys, where can people find you?
Wait.
Discord order?
Wait, Roger.
Yeah, go ahead.
We didn't ask the guests what characters they wanted.
Oh, true. True. All right, so Dominic, Keith, what characters do you want to see in Super Smash Brothers for Nintendo Switch that we haven't already gone over?
That y'all haven't gone over? I actually made a video about this on my YouTube.
You said Wolf?
a few
True.
weeks ago.
Me too, man.
Wolf was one of them, but
Oh,
I know everybody.
yeah.
Yeah, but I know everybody wants Wolf, so I guess somebody that's different, like completely new. Shoot, I mean, I just finished Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so honestly, I'm just gonna say Rex. I want Rex in the game.
Rex and Pyra.
I don't know how it's gonna work between those two. I mean, I guess they would like. I feel like maybe one of his. Oh, what I remember there was a character. I want them to somehow implement Pokemon Trainer back into the game. But I wanted them to do something different. So forget the whole stamina bar stuff and all that other craziness that it was before with the transformations. I was thinking that a specific Pokemon could be dedicated to one of Pokemon Trainer's moves, like his down tilt, down F smash, things like that. And it would be a different Pokemon actually utilizing the move. For example, his F smash would be Machoke coming out and doing like a punch or something like that. I think they could really do good with that, but who knows?
Sounds like work.
It is a lot of work. It would be hella work. But they got hella money too, so they better do it.
I looked at my Twitter notifications, and so many of you have already tweeted Ricky with "Why are you such a bad friend to Roger Space?"
What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Oh my!
Oh my god! Oh man, that's funny.
But yeah,
I like the idea of Pokemon Trainer coming back though. That's dope.
Yeah, but just something different.
They
with
could do what I was saying for Rex is to have Pyra be like Pokemon Trainer, giving him buffs in the back, and she could switch to Mithra
That'd be
Yeah.
dope.
to change
be
his
cool.
moveset.
And the final smash can be the spoiler blade.
Yeah, we can
Or
talk
the
about
final
that. though.
smash could just be a level 4 special, depending on which one you have equipped.
You know it's gonna be the spoiler blade.
Spoiler blade. No, that would be dope. Yeah. That's all I can think of at the top of my head. I mean, of course, Wolf. I really want Snake to come back, but I just know that's so I kind of just throw that in around the back of my head now.
Now, is this limited to first party, third party? What are we talking about here? Or just anybody?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay. Realistically, I would like to see Wolf come back after playing Brawl a lot recently.
Okay.
Yeah, after playing Brawl again recently, Wolf is kind of clean.
That's
Nah,
what I'm
but,
saying.
I told my chat this during the stream. I said there's only like 2 characters I would like 100% freak out over. It most likely won't happen, but one of them, because at this point I think Sonic is coming back, and so I don't even think they should make him a guest anymore. Make him an actual just like a mainstay. So if you was ever have a rep, I would say Knuckles as one of them, and the second one would be Zero from Mega Man X.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Zero would definitely be cool.
Zero would be dope. He has to be broken. He has to stay.
Yeah, he would be broken as fuck. But
He has to stay broken.
yeah,
Okay.
That's about it.
Right on. All right. With that, then, I guess if you guys don't have any other thoughts, plug away. Let people know where they can find you, and we'll.
What?
I think your mic went out, or
Again.
maybe mine did.
no.
No, that was Roger.
It was
Roger
probably
did
me.
special.
It was probably me.
okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, starting with the top of the list.
You guys can find me everywhere at Coastword. You can find my Discord at coastword.moe. And come for Coast.
You can find me YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter at Alternate24.
You can find me on the last PGR hashtag notable. I'm kidding. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube at McDare.
And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, wherever at Mighty Keith. On YouTube, I am the Keith Crew.
Boy, that's just crazy.
KeepJapanTime.com.
Oh my god.
Your
bad.
Yeah, that's understandable, bro.
It's
Mike
gonna be
Mike
okay,
flew
bro.
over.
Yeah,
Mike
Mike's in the
flew
UK.
over to the UK. And he's been out on the town, if you know what I'm saying.
God.
Deep
You can find me at Rogers Base on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, on Instagram. My Discord was just partnered, so go join my Discord. And
Your Discord is so unorganized. Holy.
it's super unorganized. That's why I love it so much. And if you haven't, go watch the Japan Time panel from C2E2. That's on the channel. It's
What are you
not really a
laughing
real
at, bro?
Japan Time episode. It was fun. Yeah. Why are you laughing? What that?
Because your mic's
funny.
so ass.
Oh my god! No.
That's a clean picture, McDare.
Next.
Huh?
Yo, Shofu, where can
Oh,
we
it's me,
find you,
man.
dude?
Stop asking me. They're on my Twitch right now. Silent Doom.
Hey,
I
Silent
mean,
Doom.
I mean
Alright.
Silent Doom. I mean Silent Doom.
Alright, so you can find me at Virum_SD, both on Twitch and Twitter. But also make sure to check out 2GG's event, Switch Fest, this weekend. I'm going to be commentating through a lot of that. I'll be commentating the Shulk round robin that's happening in that, and I'll be commentating top 8 for Smash 4. So yeah, make sure to tune in on that on 2GG's channel.
You get to watch Zeph time for the rant I did.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm Captain Zeph on Twitch, now partnered finally. It's been 5 episodes.
Woo!
And I'm the realist Zeph on Twitter. You can find my YouTube on my Twitch. I did like a half episode of Japan Time for last week, and that's about it.
It was good. I thought it was good. You said you were a bad host. I think you were a very good
I
host.
thought it was pretty shit.
I thought you were pretty
Oh
good.
my God.
So who's wrapping this shit up?
It's weird because there's no story.
Yeah. Hello.
Roger?
Damn, that
There's
boy
no
is
story?
subscribed for 52 months in a row. I gotta get a.
52 months.
Can the host
I
of the
gotta
show
see
end the
that.
show, please?
Yo, Shofu, you want to end the show this time?
All right, I was gonna
Oh my
end the
God.
show, but just the reason I'm not gonna end the show is because my mic keeps cutting out, and every time my mic cuts out, I see really mean comments on YouTube,
God damn it!
and I see really mean comments on Discord, and I see mean comments on my Twitter, and that's not cool, man. It's like I'm trying my best. I know I got garbage Wi-Fi. I know my microphone's bad. I know I cut out all the time. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't mean to be a bad host. I know Zeph's a better host. So
Stop.
I read the comments. Of
Why are
this
you
time.
speaking so
I know
quietly?
people said that. It's like
It's
It
going
really
to be
made me
okay,
sad.
brother.
What's funny is his mic hasn't cut out yet at all.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
The mic's been good.
it made me really, really sad on the inside to know that so many of you guys hate me so
I hate him
much.
so
But
much.
at the same time,
Why is
I
he
also
so
know that-
muttering?
I know at the same time that a lot of you guys actually love me, and that you can roast
Raji.
me, but roasting me
Fucking
comes from love. So I just want to say, love is love, is love is love, is love is love is love. Good night, everybody. I love you all. Ricky, you suck.
Are these
Oh.
Ricky stories?
I was really hoping it would cut
Where's
out
Ricky?
right at the
Legit,
end.
where is Ricky? Where is Ricky? You guys, where is Ricky? That's how I want to end the show. Where's Ricky? Get Ricky to come back. It's been too long. He owes us an explanation. Ricky,
Where in the world
get your
is
ass
Ricky
back
Cocaine?
here, boy. Come back
Yeah.
here, Ricky.
He's obviously been abducted by a Cuban drug dealer.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Clearly.
I don't know what's going on with him,
Clearly
honestly.
escaping.
He's got to come back. It's time. All right, we're done.